All right, greetings everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Man, it has been a shitty few days, let me tell you. Not fun. Not fun at all. Somehow, for those of you who are not already aware, somehow in 2026, I've managed to catch COVID, and it's why I've been out of commission for the past 3, maybe 4 days. It wasn't as bad as the first time I caught COVID, but it certainly wasn't pleasant, let me tell you. But I think I'm on the upswing now. So I'm definitely not going to overdo it today. We're going to, do 2-3 hours, and hopefully I'll be able to get through it and get started back on my regular schedule of streaming and doing videos the way we're on before. I was on a nice little run too before I got interrupted. Really, really frustrating, but it is what it is. I'm back now. Happy to be back with all of you and looking forward to getting into some more Kingmaker. What's up, Quintech? Sarah Bonde, how are you? What's up, Ryan? Elsie, good to see you. What's up, Carefree? Keegan, what's up, man? How are you, Wine Guy? How's the Super Bowl? Seems like you're not a fan of it right now, Carefree. The game just doesn't seem good, Keegan. I don't get to watch much football as it is, honestly. The Super Bowl, kind of forgot about it. Yeah, I haven't watched any other Super Bowl, so can't comment, but maybe somebody else is on the chat can tell us whether or not the Super Bowl is any good this year, or if there are any good commercials that I should check out once I get through. Just doesn't grab me anymore. I used to be kind of fanatical about football. Not anymore, to be honest with you. When we left, we are still in Patax, and I think this is the area where Octavia's mother is, where we're going to be able to catch up with her and find out about Octavia's background and whatnot, so that should be interesting. What's up, Hulk? How are you, dude? Pathfinder Bull better be good. Hey, no problem, Wine Guy. Whatever works for you, man. I hope the studying is going well. So no idea how we're supposed to get through this. Seems like we've got 3 different areas we could potentially go, but let's just go ahead and get started. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a guy right in front of her. Right in front of us. What's up, Lordrin? What's up, Moonlight? How are you? I didn't realize there was a servant right here. Please follow me. Okay. Oh, they're gonna lead us around. Interesting. Just got done. Oh, you're playing through it as well, and you just got done with troll trouble. That's awesome, Lordrin. What is it? I wasn't expecting guests. A woman comes out of the back rooms in a dress that was once expensive, but is now moth-eating and heavily mended. Her posture and gait give away a noble upbringing. She seems to be in her 40s, though some pain or suffering must have worn her beyond her years, leaving wrinkles across her face and gray in her hair. I am Marchionis Claridia della Fiorni. Welcome to my manor. I'm afraid I have nothing to offer you, nor do I have the honor of knowing you. To what do I owe the pleasure? Hello, mother. Octavia? Gods, my Octavia, is it really you? It's been so many years. The matroness steps forward to give her daughter, tears in her eyes, to hug her daughter, tears in her eyes, but she stops when she sees Octavia's stony gaze. You're Octavia. My last memory of you is selling me to the slave traders, and you dare to call me yours. Cruel words, but fair. Octavia, my child, let me tell you what happened. Afterward, you may decide on your own what to do, even if it means you never wish to see me again. All I need to be happy is to know you are safe and sound. Oh crap, hold on. I'm sorry. I do not have my activity tracker, which tells me what the heck is going on. Shing, what's up, dude? Appreciate you signing up with me over on Twitch, man. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit, man. Getting back on the man. Slowly but surely getting back into the swing of things. Studying is for nerds. It's gonna be a minute before we get back to Arcanum. I wanted to make sure I finished Arcanum before New Arc Line came out, but now New Arc Line seems to be significantly delayed. Like, I don't have a whole lot of faith in it anymore, to be honest with you. So until the devs say specifically, hey, we're coming out in 2027 or whatever, I don't have a firm timeline to work with, so I'm focusing on some other things. So I wanted to get through this. I wanted to play through Cyberpunk 2077, and I wanted to play through Planescape Torment, in addition to the games that are actually releasing this year. And so Arcanum is definitely still on the list, and I want to get to it, but there are some other things I want to finish up first. The Baldur's Gate 3 TV show, it's really hard for me to have an opinion. I understand the showrunner is supposed to be the same guy who worked on the Last of Us TV series, and as I recall, season 1 of that series was really good, season 2 was really bad, and Larian has no involvement with the show whatsoever. So honestly, I have zero faith in it, but I'm not turning my back on it the way some people are, because my hope is that we get more and better Will content out of this show. I felt like Will just was never done properly in the game. Like, he never got the level of attention and support that other companions received. And so I would pay some attention to the show, if only to find out whether or not there's going to be more of a focus on Will, and that would definitely draw me into it. So I'm kind of neutral as it stands right now, to be honest with you. What's up, Jovi? How are you, man? What's up, Nikella? Have you ever created your own deity? No, I can't say that I have. What's up? Just be Cyberpunk and it's amazing. Yeah, I played it when it first came out, but I haven't played it since then. So I missed all the patches, and I missed that that DLC that just came out that people keep raving about. So I'm really looking forward to getting into some Cyberpunk. Exactly. What kind of fans you think Santa has in his jocks? The Last of Us season 2 was not really bad. People are just jaded. I hope Baldur's Gate TV show is good. I hope they ignore Will again. I can't share that last hope with you, Moonlight. Right, Phantom Liberty. I have not played any of Phantom Liberty yet. I don't know anything about it. Exactly, Keegan. I felt like they should have taken more time with Will, and that never happened, unfortunately. I'm listening. Who was Octavia's father? A pathetic wretch and nothing more. A visiting elf swept the silly young girl off her feet, then vanished as soon as he learned she was expecting. I cared not to even say his name. How did Octavia become a slave? My father, may his soul rest in peace, was a very stern man. Some would say cruel. When he found out I was expecting the child of some adventurer, he expelled me from the house and cut me off from my inheritance. I scrapped by my own for 3 years, sewing, teaching, and the like. But then father discovered he was dying, and the Delafiorne line would end. So he told me he would leave the full inheritance to me if I would only get rid of my disgrace, get rid of you. And so you did. You traded me for an inheritance. I see. No, it wasn't like that at all. I had a plan to deceive him, you know. I made arrangements with a man from the Technic League. He was supposed to take you to Numeria, keep you there until my father died, and then bring you back. I was trying to do what I thought was best for you. Do you understand? I wanted you to grow up in your own manner, in luxury rather than poverty. But once father was gone, the man from the Technic League said he didn't remember any such arrangements. He said he brought you, had already sold you, and had no idea where you were anymore. Why didn't you buy her back? I had no idea where she was. Octavia, believe me, I continued to look for you all these years. I spent all of the inheritance hiring sleuths and investigators to scour Numeria and the River Kingdoms for you, but you were nowhere to be found. The matroness wipes tears from her eyes. I knew you were still alive. I could feel it, and I never stopped searching. I just wanted to see you again, just once, to at least beg your forgiveness. What do you say, Octavia? What is there to say? Mother, you're such a fool. Quintac, what's up, man? How are you? Appreciate the 5, get the sub, dude. Thanks so much, man. Davey, Al, Michael, Ronnie, Toaster, you all are all members of the channel now, which means you have access to the reaction content in the member section. So make sure you check it out. Appreciate you, Quintech. Thanks, man. What's up, Owen? How are you, dude? Will has one of the more interesting stories of the companions. It's a shame it's not fully explored properly. I agree. There's a lot of good stuff there. It's just not fully fleshed out the way it should be. I love warlocks. Warlock is actually my favorite class in D&D, and I feel like BG3 does some really interesting things with warlock, but it's just not enough. What's up, David? Yeah, man, got a bit of a debuff. I think I'm on the upswing now, but it was rough for a couple of days there. Will suffers from all the changes he had from early access. Exactly. Frankly, I liked it a little bit more when he had greater edge, the way he did in early access, but it is what it is. Octavia sobs. You think we wouldn't have done fine without a title? I'd have grown up, learned some craft. We'd probably been poor, probably, but at least we'd have been together. The Marchioness and Octavia hold each other tight. Will you stay? At least for a little while? There's so much to talk about. Isn't it dangerous for you here, though, with just a couple of servants? There's a lot of disquiet in Pitax right now, trouble all around, magical beasts, barbarians. I live in Coronis Expanse now. Have you heard of it? It's recently established. Maybe you can move there. I'll be able to tell you what I've been doing all this time and show you all that I've achieved. The Coronis Expanse? As you say, my child. I'll begin packing immediately. Octavia hugs her mother again. I'll be waiting for you. That's interesting. I'll get the order to pack and call for a carriage immediately. You don't have to. See you soon, mother. That's interesting. You don't have to convince her or anything. I thought it'd be like a whole thing where, you know, you have to help Octavia get over what happened with her mother. But no. That's interesting.
Bad.
Man, there really is nothing around here, huh?
Some other way needed.
Okay. What's up, Frank? Oh, it's good to have your streams on while laying in bed. Hey, it's a pleasure, man. No, because of the previous quest, both Reg and Octavia have been softened when you rescue. Oh! If you leave them to die and harness them instead, and Octavia burns the place down. Oh! Good call out, because I softened them, that changed things. Got you. Now, what did we learn about going outside and have fun? Everything's a risk. Everything's a risk. Fun when Ember using ice spells. The game keeps giving me fire gear. Yeah, fire is much better in Wrath of the Righteous for sure. Fire is the way to go. So we've been to the academy. We've been to the main square. We just visited the manor. So all that's left is the port. Now you know what to do with Will? What do you mean it's not over yet? If Baldur's Gate is in a 90s style sitcom, I ain't watching it. We'll see. I'll definitely be interested in what that first trailer looks like. All right. Fire is brilliant in Wrath, especially with Ascended Element. That's the mythic option that makes it so you ignore enemies' immunities, right?
All according to plan.
Oh, I should probably do a full save right now. The phrase "there's nothing" gives me chills because of a weird YouTube video. Search at your own risk. Uh-oh. Just don't like the color aesthetics, prefer cold or electric? Hey, go what you prefer. That's why I believe they should have delayed BG3 about a year to work more on the story and companions. There's a case to be made for that, I'm sure. I feel like when it comes to game development, that's something they're constantly wrestling with though, right? Like there's constantly that feeling of we could delay and make things even better. Ah, here you are. Came to do away with the scoundrel, right? I gather what's left of the river razors. We are few, but every one of us dreams of gutting Irovetti. We will commence on your signal. Thank you, Allura. I will need every sword. In this battle, everything is at stake. I know. Heads will roll today, and when Hanspur's blessing, they won't be ours. I'm leaving. Keep your eyes open. So long. Citizen. The Patriots haven't scored yet? Good Lord. It's that bad a game, huh? Or has the defense really been that awesome? They're gonna massacre Minx unless until we forget he was ever funny. Was the Bad Bunny show good? All I keep hearing, seeing pop-ups about is Lady Gaga. I don't see anybody saying whether or not Bad Bunny was actually a good show. You should try Dungeons and Dragons Online, the MMO. Interesting. Is it good? What's up, Sir Lag? Yeah, the golem is awesome. Gripping the handle of his dagger, the gnome sizes you up with his dim, shifty eyes. You, what are you doing here? We can't be seen together. Don't come any closer or I'll slit your throat. Listen to me. What can you say to me? I don't believe a single word you say. Intimidate. Listen carefully. I am going to the palace to gut Irovetti. What I do with you after that depends on whose side you fight on. The gnome is shivering. His eyes shift and his teeth chatter. Finally he nods. Good. The Thieves Guild is on your side. Now leave. There are spies everywhere. Don't even think you can trick me. My people are watching you. Man. Feels like I'm turning the whole damn city against them. All right. Oh, there's a main problem with Will is while his original set was a lot more interesting, I hear that there's complaints that he was it had too many racist undertones. Yeah, I know that they changed it because people complained. I don't know what were the specific issues people had though. What's up, Cat? How are you? Bad Bunny is good music. I don't know anything about Bad Bunny's music. What's up, Brian? How are you, man? I wouldn't have taken the drug dealing gnome on your side, honestly. I can always execute him afterwards. There's no reason he has to stay alive. Just because he says I better not trick him doesn't mean I better not trick him. I have options. Dungeons and Dragon Online is abandoned. Brian, I've been better, but I'm not too bad. So at the end of the day, I really can't complain. Wow, that was very unfortunate. And we're still on fire. In fact, some of us are still on fire. That's
Some other way needed.
Lindsay, come on, girl.
Right here, my friend.
Finally. All right. Let me give you some of that. Call a man with a past as a kid with thieving ways. Makes a pact with the devil that treats him like a slave. Oh, yeah, I can see that striking people the wrong way. I could definitely see that striking people the wrong way. That's interesting. I didn't know that's how it's perceived.
In due time.
That's interesting. A dark-haired, middle-aged man with a sailor's gait, trimmed beard, and a grumpy face is blocking your way. Sir, my name is Weller, and it is my honor to serve as first mate aboard the pirate ship called the Prestigious. I'd like to ask you for a favor. Help me save my merry crew of sea dogs from drowning in the bottom of their bottles. Can I count on your help? Without you, my crew will drown in drunkenness and decadence. What's he babbling about? I thought pirates were tough fighters. You know, feisty guys on ships. His are just drunks and rattlebrains. What's your problem? Weller grimly points at the drunken pirates. There, our crew is placed in order. A wizard named Blakemoor agreed to create a grimoire for us, a book, but more, a masterpiece of art. We're supposed to meet him at this tavern 2 or 3, well, several days ago, but he hasn't shown up. Worse, we have no idea where we should look for him. Blakemoor is an extraordinary man full of amazing stories, but he's jealous of his solitude. In truth, if the whole crew stays here drinking, waiting for him for days upon days, and if it goes on like that, why we'll lose our image as honest pirates. What respected client would want to hire us then? It's long past time for us to set sail, but Captain Martin will hear nothing of it. He won't leave without the book. I need your help. I have to overthrow the captain and take command, but I'm not the most popular man in the crew. If Martin is like an amusing and irresponsible father for the sailors, I'm the strict mother, ready to put her rolling pin to use. I need someone who can persuade the sailors to take my side. There aren't many who support me now, just those who want to fill our sails with southern winds. It's true, we live in an age of decline and decadence. Yeah, I actually watched Stuart's video and really enjoyed it. I actually considered doing content around it, like maybe like a reaction or like kind of playing off of it and giving some of my own perspective on Will. I should circle back to that video and see if I want to do something in it, considering the show is happening. Like, hey, guys who are doing the show, this is what happened before. This is why Will wasn't done properly now. Here, we'd like you to fix some of this in the show. We'll see. What's up, Cabeline? How are you? It's good to be back. Just saying about party, I hope you're okay. Yeah, I caught COVID, and I've been out of commission for a minute, but I'm slowly getting back into it now. What's up, Captain? Hey, appreciate you checking in from Turkey, dude. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better, man. I'm getting there. What's up, Kale Breen? Convinced me to play the game myself without realizing it's like 200 hours. I always recommend the long games, man. If I recommend a game, it probably takes 200 hours to get through. It just is what it is. I'd wager you're curious what you stand to gain. I'll answer you. Robbing raids are a thing of the past for the ship and her crew. We dedicate ourselves to elite art pieces. This is a highly profitable business, and that's just as true for anyone drawing taxes from our vessel. If you help me, then after I become captain, I'll pursue this business under your banner. But this will only work if I'm captain. I can't speak for Martin. He's always preferred robbery over honest trade. Answer me this about Blakemoor and the grimoire. I'm ready to tell you whatever you wish if it helps you to help us. Tell me about the grimoire. Weller spits grimly. Not much to be told. It's a book, it's big and beautiful, covered with calligraphy. Knowing Blakemoor, I bet it's full of magical surprises, but its main value lies in the perfection of the visual aesthetics. Weller smirks. I sound like an artist, don't I? As you can see, throughout the years, I've become well versed in matters of art. I've practically grown to love it. What's up, CJ? What's going on, Travis? How are you all? I'm working 76 hours tonight. Whoa! So I haven't been able to progress my runs this week. Yo, I'm sorry to hear that, man. But I hope that means you're making some good money. What's up, Pounder? How are you, dude? How was Iron Lung? Struck the entire time how it's a perfect example of what warp travel gone wrong in 40K would be like. It was so good. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I might try to check it out. We'll see. Is this game longer than Wrath? I think it is a little bit longer than Wrath, honestly. Working overtime to cover for a coworker. I work as a clinical lab scientist at an emergency department. We have 4 people who work and cover each other when we take off. We work in 12s, but I usually end up doing 13-hour shifts. Crazy. Who is this Blakemoor? I've heard many accounts and I don't believe any of them. Let's just say Blakemoor is a living phenomena. If you listen to him for 5 minutes, you'll hear the most impossible stories any dreamer's mind could ever produce. But at the same time, he's extraordinarily gifted wizard and a skilled artist. I can attest to that personally, I'm pleased to say. No more questions. I hope this information will be enough for you to help us. I've got a question about your line of work. What exactly would you like to know? Tell me about your ship, the Prestigious. You won't find a more glorious pirate ship anywhere. We're not some pathetic bandits who attack fishermen and cargo ships full of cabbages. The Prestigious chases only art. Pieces of art, I mean. I was never a big admirer of art, but when I learned how much the nobles are willing to pay for it, their aesthetics and beauty just overwhelmed me. Usually, we've been selling most of our loot to the King Irovetti. Speaking of which, Blakemoor's grimoire was commissioned by Irovetti too. How did you become a pirate? It's a long story. Once I was a yeoman in Rosslyn, but when House Rigoveria, when all those things happened with House Rigoveria, I raised anchor and took off in an instant. I could feel upheaval coming, just like I could feel the wind shift northwest at midnight. Back in Deadbridge, I met Captain Martin, who was recruiting a new crew. The crew soon grew to believe it was my responsibility to arrange things, to manage everything. The captain is good at strategic planning, but he's not so skilled in questions of discipline. On the Prestigious, I listen to the captain and the crew listens to me, but only works so long as I don't contradict Martin. Let's leave that for now. We'll talk later. I'm counting on you. Fair winds. Captain Martin. Think Kingmaker's longer than Wrath? Yeah, I would agree with that. And I think, but a lot more time spent in Kingdom Management than Crusade Management as well. That's true. Yeah, Keegan, I did almost a full run of Black Guys on the channel. I got a review and a couple of guides up on it as well. Yeah, Keegan, it was definitely up my alley. I'm looking forward to a sequel. Making me want CRPGs despite knowing I'm crap at them. It is what it is, Travis. All I can do is introduce them to you. A tall, confident man stands before you, wearing a fancy hat and a charming smile. Ah, visitors. And whom do I have the pleasure of addressing? My name is Captain Martin. There have been so few new faces in the tavern recently, for some reason. Can I be of any use to you? I have a question for you as a ship captain and a seafarer. The captain adjusts the rapier on his belt with a swaggering gesture. Our ship has visited every single port in the world. I know a few things that'll surprise you. Never heard of you. Who are you? Haven't you heard? Perhaps you're not interested in art. I am the famous Captain Martin, commander of the pirate ship Prestigious. We are masterpiece hunters, art thievers, and welcome guests in the houses of collectors and connoisseurs of beauty. I admit, King Irovetti himself hosted me at the palace more than once, and he's always been satisfied with my gifts. Tell me about your crew. Oh, our crew is a team of extraordinary ladies and gentlemen. Callus, that elf who was picking a fight so gracefully when you entered, he's a true master of boarding fights. The senior sailor, Shagnak, is quite funny and Widowfellow like no one else. Of course, sometimes his orcat prevails and his tricks start posing a danger to others, but everyone has some flaws, right? Babarm is a true dwarf and a natural-born ship's treasurer. His budget always squares with the treasury, although one time he strangled a sailor because the treasury couldn't cover his salary. But in the end, his budget was spot on. Over there in the corner, that's Bloodmon. I've never met a more gloomy and rude man. They say he was once a crewman on the ship of the Dam, but I wager that's just a tall tale. And of course, let's not forget my first mate, Weller. He's my right hand, a man of impeccable loyalty. And don't tell anyone I told you, but he's a great fan of art. It's a pity he hides his passion, though we all know about it, of course. Martin winks conspiratorially at you. Tell me about your travels. That would be a long story. I can say without exaggeration, there's no sea in the world we haven't sailed. I've traded with the Kelishites, talked with the sages of Absalom, traded George's carved mask from the Garun Aborigines from Rum, fought off Ophone raiders who come up in the middle of the night howling like wolves. I participated in the regatta organized by the Aspis Consortium, taking honorable second, and only because of the dishonest ploys of my rival, the Hurricane King himself. Captain Kardak Bonefist, leader of the Free Captains and ruler of the Shackles, gave me that magnificent rapier as a gesture of respect. Interesting. Johnny, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm getting back into it, dude. BG3 was well polished and had a few interesting characters, but man, halfway through Act 2, it seems like they just start throwing story elements at you. Many of them barely connected. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the story. I definitely see weaknesses with BG3, though. Yeah, that's pretty on point for D&D. Listen to your stories later. What are you doing here? We have a rendezvous with a most outstanding artist, but he's rather late. My crew needs a way to blow off some steam or their bloodthirst will get the better of them. Is there any way you can help me? You see, not so long ago, I commissioned a wizard named Blakemoor to create a grimoire. It should be an amazing book, a masterpiece of calligraphy and fine art. Blakemoor is a phenomenal genius and author of some mighty tall tales. Alas, punctuality is not one of his virtues. He's not much good with people at all. Blakemoor's lived too long a hermit. In fact, we don't know where he lives, but if you cross paths with him and you can somehow bring back the grimoire to us, my gratitude would be immense. And of course, we'll immediately set off without disturbing the peace of these good citizens. I have to go. So before I make a decision about, I'm unclear on whether or not, what's his name? What's this dude's name? I'm unclear on whether or not Weller is actually telling the truth. That the captain is a robber and a thief and dishonorable. A grumpy halfling tavern keeper stares at you gloomily. His voice sounds indifferent as he recites his memorized greeting. Greetings from the best tavern in Patax. How may I help you? How are things in the city? How can they go? King Irovetti rules, painters paint, sailors drink, travelers roam the streets, bards compose their trifles. Everyone's finding something to do, all to avoid doing anything. How are you doing? Your guests behaving themselves? Has my good sir tragically lost his eyesight? Can't you see what's going on? The pirates will soon tear this tavern apart, board by board, and the guardsmen don't dare come in here. I need some supplies for the long road. Welcome if you got some coin in your pocket. What's Cloak of Heroism? Oh no, that's not particularly exciting, and neither is anything else you have to offer. So I'll just sell you my junk and be done with it. I think BG 1 and 2 had better stories, but BG 3 gave you more choices. Those were good and reaction was great. Yeah, more choices and more companion content. Like BG1 and BG2 had more companions overall, and some of the companions were done really well, but there are many companions that were also like kind of just left by the wayside. Whereas for most of the companions, at least, BG3 really drills down and gives you a lot of content. Obviously, Carlac and Will are an exception. Nope.
That is not far.
There's only one other person to talk to over here. That's interesting. I'm expecting Crimson Desert to be a crappy story. There's nothing in the advertisement for it that leads me to believe storytelling is like a major part of what they're trying to do. That's one of the issues with BG1 and 2. Too many companions. Yeah, and 1 did not have good companion content just overall. Like, to me, they didn't really get that down until 2. A grim man with long brown hair and an unpleasant face is drinking in the corner alone. He doesn't seem pleased with your attention. What do you want, mister? Who are you? And who are you? I'm a pirate, a sailor on the prestigious, just a sailor. Sailor Bloodmund, if it please you. Satisfied? What do you think of your stay ashore? Ha ha! We should never have relied on Blakemoor's punctuality. He's a special person, that one, but never expect him to know what time it is. As for me, I don't care so long as there's enough beer. You talk about Blakemoor with such confidence. Do you know him well? Bloodman winces, realizing that he said more than he intended. By the Kraken. Okay, just stop yelling. Please lower your voice, mister. I'll tell you, but it's just between the two of us, okay? I was Blakemoor's apprentice after I placed his former servant, a deaf-mute kobold. I used to visit him. He even gave me the key to his hideout. But now some of them, mostly First Mate Weller, are angry with Blakemoor. If they find out that I'm friends with him, they'll pay him a visit and take that stupid book. And Blakemoor, he very much dislikes intrusions. Where does he live? And why should I tell you? Like I just said, Blakemoor doesn't like guests. Because I will help you set sail again. Because otherwise I'll turn you into Weller. There we go. That's quite an offer. You rarely meet a stranger who cares so much about your own concerns. In the blink of an eye, the sailor pulls out a map and pokes it with his finger. It's here. Give me the key. This is my key. Why would I give it to you, oh curious one? Because you don't want to die of old age in this tavern. Good Lord. Because the crew is drunk and they won't notice if I break your neck. Is this, this must be Amiri who's giving me crazy intimidation options. Doing that, they gave plenty of alignment options. What's up, Nick? I like that the paladin in BG1 would just throw hands with anyone evil. I see the darkness within you, my friend. True. That's true, Travis. The story could be decent. I'm more excited about the gameplay in CD. Graphics don't mean much to me. Some of the gameplay options seem like they're going to be amazing. Hopefully that holds up. Understood. Oh, you're a clever one. Now I can drink my beer in peace? Why are you sitting alone? Because I don't need company. That's a hint in case you didn't notice. The sailor sighs heavily. Why is it that when a person drinks alone, everyone wants to join them? Over there, there's a whole crew of sailors eager to share their tales. Farewell. Ah, yes.
As it should be.
So, seriously? They're gonna make me leave and come back. It's annoying. Because I don't know if I do everything with Irovetti if this quest is still gonna be available. But it feels weird to leave the city when Irovetti's right there. But alright, it's not far. So there is that. Let's go ahead and do a save just to be sure. What's up, Randall? Good to be back, man. Keldorn is a GOAT, my most memorable paladin. Keldorn was pretty freaking cool. I think it's funny you got this giant Edelon inside the tavern like they in the second floor in that joint. Hey, man. My bodyguard travels with me everywhere. Everywhere. It's a good update in Wrath that I enjoyed them telling you if the quest will fail if the chapter ends. Yep, I agree. Certainly helps. Certainly helps. Superb Hour weekend. Okay. Let's do this just in case. Buff bot, execute. And let's put some stank on it to be absolutely sure. And there we go.
In due time.
Ooh. Some dino bones, huh? I'll take it. Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Oh, look.
All according to plan.
Isn't that an interesting door? You ever tried a full heretical playthrough of Rogue Trader? I sure have. In fact, I think I did 2. No, I've only did 1 actually. But when I play it again this year after the DLC, I'm definitely going to do another one. What's up, Benintron? Good to see you again. Hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling a little bit better, man. Get in there. I'm getting there. Let's see. Open the door with Bluntmon's key. The door quietly swings open. Let's see why he's been late. I didn't even consider the fact that he might very well be in trouble. This might. Okay, doesn't look like there's a problem as of yet. A pile of crumbled pages covered with impeccable but unrecognizable calligraphic writing. All right. He looks like he's going through it. A weird magical thing, obviously a faraway origin. More dino bones, I appreciate it.
In due time.
No traps, it appears. Lots and lots of cogs. A rusty metal thing. That looks like it'll be interesting. That's cool too. Heretic is cool, just needs a bit more reactivity. I agree. There's not enough reactivity from companions and other people to make it clear, like, yo, what you're doing is completely unacceptable. It's not my default setting, Brian. Just about every time I played a game that's completely new to me, you all have seen me play as the good guy first. I only play as the evil guy if I've already played through the game before, especially if I feel like most of the chat has already played through the game before, because then by doing the evil run, I can show you all something new. What's up, Harold? How are you, man? Any interesting releases y'all looking forward to this month? On the 14th, I think, Avowed is coming out with their anniversary update. It's going to expand character creation and do some other cool things. Menace just released it to early access. I have a video coming out about that tomorrow. I really enjoyed my time with Menace. Was thoroughly surprised at how much I enjoyed it, honestly. Norse is supposed to come out this month at some point as well. Looking forward to that. On the 29th, we've got the closed beta for Starfinder Afterlight. I'm definitely going to be streaming that on the channel. So yeah, I'd say there's about 3 or 4 different things that I'm looking forward to this month getting into for sure. All right, what's your deal? A large and broad man turns to you, trying to smooth his thick tousled hair. His deep voice could have belonged to a giant. Hey, who are you? Diplomacy. Captain Martin sent me. For a moment, the man stares at you blankly, then smiles and heaves a sigh of release. Oh yes, Captain Martin, by all means. Welcome to the dwelling of Blakemoor the wizard. How can I help you? What are you doing here? This humble dwelling is my workshop. It is where I created my masterpiece, the Scion Majestic Grimoire, a calligraphic work of art. The client who ordered it is my good friend, Captain Martin. Oh, he must be getting so impatient by now. I'm so far behind schedule. I just want the grimoire to be perfect, you see. I'd like to learn more about you. Ha, where should I start? I'm Blakemoor the Wizard. I've seen many things and been to many places, from the northern realm of the Mammoth Lords to hot Katapesh, and even to more exotic places such as the First World. Have you ever been to the First World? I got into the First World by chance, but in spite of that, it was easy for me to find a job there. I was soon substitute rector at a rather remarkable academy, which is located on the back of an elephant with 3 eyes and numerous tusks. Actually, the elephant had served as the former rector before he caught a rare elephantine disease. I moved on once he recovered. Seeking new purpose, I wound up in the sin market, where I made a bargain and came away with a fair amount of dangerous curiosity. On top of that, a sack of tobacco, generously mixed with dirty thoughts, 4 to 1, a horrible mixture to smoke, but my purchases didn't make me happy. Soon after, my curiosity, together with a swarm of my good friends, the squirrels, helped me discover that one of the eldest, the Lantern King, was playing a dirty trick on another elder, Shaika, by assuming her form and visiting her. Chrono Mistress Shaika always carefully avoided meeting herself, and she'd been jumping all over the timeline like the water strider across the surface of the pond, because the Lantern King was assuming her form to trick her. After I revealed the game, I earned his unwanted attention, and it was time I left the First World for good. As a gesture of thanks, Shaika opened a portal for me, but after I stepped in it, I saw that Shaika's appearance had changed, and in her place stood the Lantern King. It was not Galarian on the other side of the portal, but a far more dangerous place. Ooh. Drawing the ire of the Lantern King is not cool. I'm definitely looking forward to... Oh. No, Solasta 2 and Grieffall 2 aren't coming out until March, right? Yeah, they're not coming out this month. Disciples Domination. What is Disciples Domination? I've heard about that. Give me just 1 second. I just realized I left my drinks in the kitchen. Grieffall has that brief early access window to dodge the exact day of Solasta 2. Yeah, I gotta look into that more, so I know the exact time frame in which I'm supposed to start covering it. What's up, Damas? How are you? Genesis is probably your favorite properly classless system? The only classes... Oh yeah, I guess. Well... Is Vampire the Masquerade really a classless TTRPG? I always considered your bloodline to be a class in and of itself. But I guess that's supposed to be a race, but it's kind of both. I don't know. Is Bloodlines considered to be a classless TTRPG? How did you wind up in Katapesh? I wound up in Katapesh by pure chance. I was planning to sail further, but seasickness had overtaken me. Katapesh is an amazing place, but I had little chance to enjoy it. In the heat of an argument, my then sweetheart decided to teach me a lesson, so she drugged me and sold me to a traveling nightmare circus as a response to an argument. Good Lord. Then I earned my keep as a sword swallower, and the crowd was just crazy about me. And it wasn't such a hard job to learn. Wow. No, it made things a bit more complicated that I had to use real combat swords. I traveled with the circus until I got a chance to escape. A well-known captain, the Hurricane King, came to see one of our performances. He accused me of being a fake and challenged me to swallow his magnificent rapier, a weapon he cherished more than life itself. As the audience applauded, I performed the trick. It ended with my spectacular disappearance in a cloud of smoke. When the reprobate came to his senses and hurried to find me and his cherished rapier, I'd already sold it to an unscrupulous vendor and was heading north to flee his revenge. That's why I try to stay away from the southern lands. Wow. Vampire kind of is and isn't, depending on the version. What's up, Swamp Rap? Can't say Vampire the Masquerade is classless. Compare Nosferatu to Venture, right? Yeah. Ah, got you. Okay, Brian. I'd like to see Slater play through Dungeon Siege just for the memes. Interesting. I'm down. Look, Brian, Morpheus was absolutely trustworthy. All right, P could have done whatever he wanted, as long as he had just start showing some class and showing the proper subservience to Clan Tremere. This is a good question, Lordrin. CJ, Dungeon Siege 1, 2, or 3? What did you do in the north? While taking part in an expedition, quite contrary to my intentions, I found myself hunted by some barbarians. While trying to escape, I climbed up into the mountains, so high that the barbarians had to abandon their quarry to the mercy of icy winds and avalanches. So I plodded across the highlands until I spotted a little light in the darkness. It turned out to be a tavern where a celebration was underway. The Highlanders weren't too happy to welcome an intruder, but they agreed to give me shelter if I beat them in a challenge. I noticed a sturdy fellow with a simple face, wrapped in a cloak, so I picked him to be my rival. The competition, gluttony. The savage snatched my backpack, turned it inside out, and started to cram all my equipment into his mouth. In a short moment, the greedy Highlander had swallowed all my stuff, the backpack too, and gobbled down my axe for dessert. The barbarians were already making bets how long I would last out in the cold. Then I tore the mammoth's skull from the wall, broke off its tusk, and rushed for the huge barrel of beer that comprised the entire wall. I kicked out the cork, put the tusk under the rushing stream of beer. I filled it up like a drinking horn and started to gulp. My memories of the next hours are hazy. I vaguely remember the Highlanders being extremely angry at me for drinking all their beer. I remember how they started to turn into great beasts, and my rival became a wolf with blazing eyes. He charged me, but I caught him by his ears, shoved the mammoth's tusk in his mouth like a bit, and tied my mustache to both ends to form reins. Enraged, the wolf rushed out into the night with me firmly planted on his back. We ran through the blizzard, and the vile dog whined in anger and humiliation. In the morning, he stopped running and fell, exhausted. I looked around and realized there was not a single snowflake around. In the wild race, we'd crossed the borders of Galarian and entered an amazing place, the ancestor of all other worlds. I took pity on the wolf and let him go. He ran away at once. As for me, many adventures and exploits still lay ahead. Amiri listens to the story with suspicion, but in the end, she roars with laughter. So that's who drank all the beer in that tavern. Our tribe liked to stay there, but there was that one time they had no beer and a mammoth's tusk was broken. But the thing about the werewolf owners, that's a lie. They're not werewolves. I should know. Amiri looks back at you hesitantly, as though seeking support. What's up, Brutal? How are you, dude? Just social love for the guy on games, but I just had a flashback about doing tabletop. All good, Swamp Rat. Appreciate you speaking up, dude. Dungeon Siege is old, but it was one of the first CRPGs I played. It's a nightmare to get running on modern hardware. Dungeon Siege in 1, CJ? Okay. Disciples Domination is by Calypso Media Group and sequel to Disciple Liberation. It's kind of like Heroes of Might and Magic for gameplay. I'm excited to see what they improve from Liberation. Interesting. Okay. We need some of whatever Blake is smoking. What's up, K-Man? How are you, dude? I'm doing a little bit better, man. A little bit better. Slowly but surely. Yeah, I've never played any of the Dungeon Sieges, so I have to check one of them out. How did you meet Captain Martin? The prestigious gave me transport after one encounter. Once time I broke up in the middle of the night and went to look for the head, I think they call it. So I went down into the bilge and suddenly came face to face with elven banshees, screaming ghosts. They were preparing to devour my soul when I stopped them and offered to indulge them with conversation prior to the bloodbath. You won't believe it, but they proved to be most pleasant characters to converse with. Once, all of them were elven virgins, captured and enslaved by an evil slave-trading necromancer. The necromancer eventually perished, but the tormented souls of his tortured captives were bound to his ship's figurehead. Later, the prestigious took his figurehead as a trophy. I felt pity for the banshees and decided to help them. I called upon one of the numerous sailors' deities of death, and amid the storm he brought, I performed a sad song, written by myself, hoping to touch his dead heart. And it's worth noting that none of the snoring pirates even woke up. The weeping deity set the banshees free, and they all turned into glowing, ghostly maidens. To this day, they sing in a world-famous choir, taking the guise of simple mortals. That's insane. What's up, Keck? I can't complain at all, man. Frank, it ran on your first laptop the days of 24 megabit RAM? Wow. Oh, you can have a party of up to 8? That sounds like a game right up my alley. We need to get started and spend the full 4 hours making a character for Shadowrun. You missed that boat, Keegan. I already played both Shadowrun games and reviewed them and did guides for them. I'd love to see a new one, though. Why do you stay here? Are you hiding from someone? Only from my numerous fans. My enemies are terrified of me, even the mighty devils. Once, thanks to a certain vile entity, I ended up in hell. Took the wrong portal. Long story short, I found my... Oh, so the Lantern King sent him to hell? That's insane. Found myself in hell and it was open season on my head. The devil, Siraket, was chasing me, and all I had to fight her off was a sack of low-quality tobacco, the flute of the 100 sea winds, a deaf-mute kobold servant, and the sulfur, which lay in such abundance all around. But that's more than enough to trick some clueless devils. When Siraket came for me, I used my gloomiest voice to recite a spell in a language I'd only just invented. On my signal, the kobold ignited the tobacco, the whole sack of it, and clouds of stinky smoke filled the air. I pretended to go into a fit. That was the second sign, and the kobold started to play his flute. Have you ever heard a deaf-mute kobold play the flute? The winds have truly gone wild. The final hurricane is descending, the end of all times. And the squirrels, my loyal friends, the squirrels started screeching in different voices from the hiding place behind the rocks. The overall effect was terrifying, I must admit. As for me, I spun a bit of magic to make the clouds of smoke look like a devil lord. With a booming voice, the illusory figure praised me for my efforts and gave me another task, to create a grimoire, which would act as a gateway for devils into my world. Then the wind subsided and the smoke cleared out. After that, Siraket didn't dare lay a finger on me, fearing my master's revenge. Devils are extremely stupid after all. I don't know. I don't feel like Mephistopheles would have fallen for that. This does not reflect well on Siraket. Gotta say. Dungeon Siege 1 is mostly bare bones for the system, while 2 is better, can only have 6 max, and you gotta play through the game multiple times to unlock all party slots. As for 3, I want to enjoy it, but it's a step down from what the series was. So what do you like about Dungeon Siege 2, Lordran? Demon Hunter is definitely still one of the best classes in Wrath of the Righteous Quintet. This guy's full of smoke, but there's a kernel of truth in all his tales. Mm-hmm. All right, there's something else we need to discuss. I'm in need of a wise advisor. Would you like to work for me? Ha! I've been an advisor once already, and I don't want to do it again. I once served one of the merfolk kings. My service went on quite successfully until I got into an affair with the princess, the king's daughter. Though her virtue was guarded day and night, and anyone who dared approach her stood under threat of execution, my feelings overtook me, and we managed to run away together. But on the third day, they caught up with us, the whole merfolk army. My death was imminent, but of course I had a brilliant solution in hand. After the merfolk soldiers captured us, I entertained myself with card tricks. The merfolk were mesmerized by my talents and demanded that I teach them, so I suggested a wager. We played cards. If I lost, I had to teach them my card tricks before they executed me. But for the next 3 days, I couldn't lose. I won all their money, armor, weapons, their dolphin mounts, their funny bone things they like to put in their ears, and even their flew the 100 sea winds, which used to belong to their general. After 3 days, I'd become quite rich. Then the general ordered his fighters to execute me with their bare hands. But at just that moment, my princess arrived. All this time, she'd been looking for a way for us to escape, and she finally found something. It was a pirate ship. We climbed aboard, I blew the flute of the 100 winds, and our sails nearly burst, taking us away. Unfortunately, I was about to say, is the princess the one, the lover who had an issue with him and set him up to be taken? Unfortunately, things didn't work out between me and the princess. She turned out to be quite unpleasant company, but she discovered some new talents, and now she's a successful circus fortune teller. Nice. If I want to play a best Dungeon Siege, what do I go for? Good question, Brutal. I was giga spoiled. I got my dad's PC with a Voodoo 3D GPU and a Pentium. Nice. Dungeon Siege 2 has a lot more focus on the differences in combat styles, full talent trees, and party members have personal quests. DS1 had little to none of that. As for 3, there's no character creation. You just play one of 4 set folk who all feel kind of bland. Okay, so it sounds like Dungeon Siege 2 is the way to go. The amount of equipment swallowing happening in this story is crazy. I agree. DS1 is just an incredibly basic game. 2 expands upon it but loses some of the charm of the first one. 3 feels like a different series. Interesting. So then do you prefer 1 over 2, CJ? Perhaps it's time to finish the grimoire? Blakemoor stares at the scattered pages with ill-concealed yearning. The book is almost finished. It's a phenomenal piece of work. All it needs is a couple of alterations. Everything must be perfect. Blakemoor's voice trembles, but if you come back in a week, the book should be ready by then. I have almost no doubt about it. It's important to be able to accept closure. Perhaps it's time to put a period on it. Blakemoor opens his mouth to argue, but then just sighs and waves his hand. Yes, you're right. Perfection is always impossible. It's time for me to go. My doors are always open to you. How great is this book? Does this book do anything for me? I'm just curious. Here, hold on. Was that it? I hate when that bug comes up. Stop. The Quest Electric. No, it's not that one. Here. Oh, is it this? Blakemoor. This spell summons a furious squirrel swarm. It appears where you designate and acts according to your initiative check results. It attacks your opponent to the best of its ability. Interesting. I don't need to summon a bunch of squirrels, as funny as that would be. So we'll let that go. All right.
That is not far.
Nope, I left something. How? I have no idea. Oh. You're tucked off in a corner. Play Shadowrun, so cast ice sheets, force the stars just to glitch hard and bind the steering wheel. Sort of like Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2 for me. Neverwinter Nights 1 was your first D&D CRPG, and you have incredible memories of playing it online. The game is a teenager, whereas I recognize 2 is much better, but I don't have the nostalgia. Got you. I got you. That makes sense. And begin resting. Don't be hating on the squirrel swarm. I still can't believe it. Isaac, you are now a king, and you have a whole kingdom. I wonder how this change will alter the fate of these lands.
News of our new kingdom will travel across Avistan quickly, through the tales of merchants and travelers, and in the reports of spies.
Haha, spoken like a true minister. It's a swarm, right? Meaning they have the swarm immunities. Best magic item 10 out of 10. I can kill people with squirrels. I have to snag that in my game. I would have to screw over the captain in order to take it though, so I'm gonna let it go. See, Neverwinter Nights started at an online game back in the 90s on AOL. The original one? Interesting. Solvers from Return to Goo. They try to actually come out on top. Deal with it, Drake. Shadowrun is definitely a series I would love to see Owlcat try to do something in. I think it's still so unfortunate that Harebrained Schemes isn't doing anything with it anymore. I know they're supposed to be making like some sort of horror game, right? Like Graft, something I think it's called. I'm not into horror games at all, but I play it just because it's them. Swamp, I'm live streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. So someone on YouTube who mentioned Shadowrun. Swamp says, wait, where in the chat is someone mentioned Shadowrun? One of my first forays into the cyberpunk universe. In game, I was an elf decker, though somehow we found an old gas station. He was addicted to the original formula of Coke. He was mentioning the Shadowrun video game. So I played Shadowrun and Shadowrun Hong Kong. I did reviews for both games on my YouTube channel, along with some guides for them as well. Really enjoyed them. Hopefully we see more content in that Shadowrun universe. I never played the tabletop game though. I've always been curious which is better, Shadowrun or Cyberpunk. Have you ever played the Cyberpunk tabletop, and do you have a preference between the two? Dude, get into the pen and paper. 5th edition was great for the most part. Still need to get a Neverwinter Nights 1 playthrough eventually after all the big releases this year, maybe. The payoff at the end of the second expansion is excellent. I don't have the issue with it. It'll probably be a while before I can, but I don't have a problem checking it out at some point. It's you again. What's the purpose of your visit? Would you like to see the world as a crew member aboard our humble vessel? Can I be of any use to you? I have the grimoire. Take it. Finally. I simply don't know how to thank you. Please accept this weapon as a token of my gratitude. Of my 12 blades, this one is by far the best and my most cherished. Now it's time for us to meet new adventures. First mate, all hands on deck. Sir, you saved the prestigious. Now we can finally embark. Weller looks at the happy Martin and whispers, and I beg you, please forget about my ridiculous request regarding our captain. That was the voice of despair. I forgot this. I considered snitching on you, but it's all right. We'll let that go. All right. Cool. Nothing else to do here. Played a ton of both tabletop. Love each for different reasons. Cyberpunk 2020 is more serious, where Shadowrun was what if Cyberpunk had all the fantasy stuff too. Interesting. So both Cyberpunk, but they give you different flavors. That's kind of cool. All right. Let's execute this. Put some stank on it. I thought we had more. Yeah, there we go. Stinking Cloud is level 3. Cloud Kill is level 5. So yeah, we're more likely to keep that. And here. Would you consider playing an RPG on your server and making quick synopsis videos about the system and or stuff happening in the pen and paper if you're enjoying it? So like playing like a Shadowrun tabletop game and then making a video about how I feel about the tabletop game overall. Definitely, King and Knight. That's actually the kind of content I want to do more. Like if I could do content creation 24/7, we would have more tabletop content for sure, because then I'd be able to dedicate some evenings to doing tabletop games, and then I would be able to make content off of that stuff. But because my schedule isn't really my own, I feel less comfortable with that right now. But eventually, that's definitely what I want to work towards. We were originally going to do a show once a week where we would play a Warhammer. Like we were going to play through one of the Warhammer tabletop games live, but I wasn't comfortable with how it was going to look on camera. I couldn't get it to the point where I felt confident I was going to give people something good and valuable that they would enjoy. And so I ended up not doing that. But I recently got rated by this channel on Twitch where they do live tabletop. And I felt like the way they had it set up was really, really freaking cool. And I wanted to see if I could kind of emulate that myself. The thing is, if I showcase tabletop content, and I know this is not your question, but it's just kind of feeding into stuff that's been on my mind. I want to have tabletop stuff on tabletop content on the channel, but I want to do it totally different from Critical Role. Like Critical Role, and I love Critical Role. I think they're amazing. I love every time those voice actors are in video games. They do so much to add to the experiences. Not a knock on them at all. My thought process is just different. Critical Role is more a show, right? You know, and then they're acting out certain scenarios. Whereas I want to do content that is more so focused on what is the actual mechanics and elements of the game, so that people who really are interested in the nuts and bolts could look at a live stream of us playing through this game and get a concept for how the game flows and how it works, and then decide for themselves if it's something that they will want to play. And also, like on that, in that same vein, I wouldn't focus on just one thing. Like what I really want to do is on a weekly basis be able to bounce around to different tabletop games and different entities and showcase them on the channel, so I can try to introduce you all to something new. I feel like a lot of people are looking for alternatives to Wizards of the Coast and some of the other things that are like more popular, but they don't know what they are. They don't know what to go for. And so I'd like to be a vehicle to help introduce people to that. The same way I introduce people to CRPGs that they didn't know about. But anyway, that was all rant, but hopefully somewhere in there I actually answered your question. Still want to pay you TBD. TBD was an amazing character, Brian, and absolutely we should make that happen. We absolutely have to figure out how to circle back around that Warhammer game and make that happen. Confront, what is this? Yeah, Irovetti, there we go. Love Critical Role, but they are actors. Right, it's actors, right? I don't want actors, I want players. I want to put things together where players can get together and have these tabletop sessions, and then, you know, it gives people a feel for how these tabletop games actually go. The way Critical Role started was a normal tabletop group that blew up, and they knew they couldn't just be that and had to evolve to a storytelling platform and show that use the game to tell that story. Yep, exactly. And it works extremely well for them. Extremely well. So no knock against them at all. That's not something I would try to replicate though. Like I don't know 5 actors that I would put together where I would trust to, you know, put on this incredible show. But at the same time, even though it's not going to be that, I still want to at least give people like a product that they feel like they can lean into and enjoy and have a good time with. I agree, CJ. Critical Role is definitely more so a show. And so I want to I want to have something that's more so about people actually playing the game and walking through the game. Oh, you're at the diner again, so your nights are open again, Kek? We might have to get back into something. We'll see. Some virtual tabletops like Codex for Draw Steel do a lot of the heavy lifting on the presentation and let you enjoy the mechanics. Yeah, maybe that's what I need to look more into as well. Like, see if there are platforms that we could use that would do some of that work, and then seeing what games are good for those particular platforms. That's a good call out, as opposed to thinking that you have to do everything yourself. All right. What's up, Plan?
Well,
how are you, dude?
Hello, King. I'm glad to see that despite your utter failure as a ruler, you did listen to the voice of reason and made the only right decision. Give me your crown and swear allegiance to me. I promise I shall rule your lands wisely and mercifully.
No, Irovetti. I didn't come to give you my crown. I came to take yours.
Citizens of Free Pitax, our city is in danger. The enemy is at the gate. To arms for our freedom, for your king.
Your Highness, I won't let them near you. Students at the Academy, we suffered enough under Irovetti's tyranny. For the King Isaac, City Guard, normally politics is none of our business unless the king is destroying the city. Arrest Irovetti. Old families, founders of Pitax, today is the day of our reckoning. Destroy Irovetti for King Isaac. River Blaze, there he is. Go, get Irovetti for King Isaac. May Calistria damn Irovetti, the blasphemous usurper. Temple guards to battle for King Isaac. Bruh, go ahead and lay down the arms. Thieves Guild, Irovetti has betrayed us. Let's take his head. Bruh, you completely by yourself. Is there anybody else standing with you, supporting you? Anybody back here? Yeah, you out of here, homie. It's a wrap for you. It's a wrap on all that. Nah, homie. You don't want to hear nothing out, homie. Fight Irovetti in the palace. All right. Looks like we're all good so far. Excellent. I will say Critical Role did burst a love for the tabletop. Same time, new people introduced to it. Absolutely. What they did for Dungeons and Dragons was amazing. And I'm really looking forward to, I know they've created their own tabletop system. I'm really looking forward to when that fully releases and whether or not that ends up being good. So our Kingmaker tabletop game has been on hiatus for a while, and I know Patrick's been feeling the itch, especially with football season ending. Better be down to mess around. Might have to put something together. Stuck in Rogue Trader right before the ending. Arena can't find a few companions. Which companions did you bring with you into Camera? What's up, Sandwich? Leonard, you are the best, man. Thank you for your gratitude and great videos. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. Glad you've been enjoying the content, man. I stream on Twitch pretty regularly when I'm not recovering from COVID, so definitely make sure you follow me on Twitch, dude. I'll be around. One complaint I have on Irovetti is that I wish he was more charismatic. I just don't understand how he can be seen as likable to the citizens of Pitax, or I wish he wasn't a bard. Well, I kind of got the feeling he ruled through both charm and force, right? It wasn't all just charm. Daggerheart is already out and they're working on expanding it. I thought Daggerheart was in early access. I didn't think it was like fully out yet. Is it considered to be fully released? Oh, wait. Oh, we're in the middle here. Oh, this is a big old place. Okay. Hey, there's somebody here. Am I gonna have to kill y'all? Look, it's King Isaac. What's the deal? What a coincidence. You know how much Irovetti promised for his head? Can we handle him? He doesn't look like he'll go down easy. Someone of intelligence. Don't be a coward. We'll manage. Hey, you, in the name of King Irovetti, surrender. Are you an idiot?
I'm not afraid.
And you're an idiot. Okay. We still got more of those. And sure, let's go. Some of that, 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 some of that. Oh man, what you laughing for, homie? Ain't nothing to be laughing about. Life ain't funny for you right now, homie.
Be generous to them, for I am not.
Uh-huh. No generosity whatsoever. It got a full release last year. Wow, I didn't even realize that. So have you played it, Lordja? Did you like it? Well, don't talk to me about who we brought to Cairo because my boy Abelard never deserved that. Yeah, Cameron is pretty brutal for Abelard, for sure. Most people in power don't really like him, which sort of says to me people don't like his real self, but he puts on a show for the general populace. You know, just because folks don't like a person, don't like their leader, doesn't mean he gets deposed. Once you become leader, once you reach the top, it's really hard to pull you down. I mean, hell, I'm in Chicago. We don't like our mayors all the time. Doesn't mean that the mayor loses his next election. This massive statue of King Irovetti appears to be made of pure gold and inlaid with gems. Closer examination reveals that it's made of bronze and decorated with an illusion spell. Nice. All right. Nope. Turning the camera is not an option. All right. Guess we'll start down here. You have not, unfortunately. You want to play it, Lordred? Good Lord. What is going on? All right. This is interesting. Troll Royal Guard Berserk.
I'm glad you dead.
Oh, whoops.
Can someone help me?
Yeah, someone can. Huh. He should have used all of his death wards. Well, that was kind of ugly, but, you know, we still made it happen. What's up, Ultron? Heck you doing with COVID, man? I know, right? 2026 that I call COVID. I don't know how. We're waiting for the dungeon dudes to get done with their Daggerheart conversion of their 5e campaign as I back that Kickstarter. I don't know what that means. Can you explain it? Who are the dungeon dudes? Yeah, Daggerheart is a mixed bag and not your cup of tea. What do you dislike about it, Keegan? Daggerheart is a good system, but it leans into what the Critical Role cast likes to do. Very much a group storytelling game with less hard mechanics than other systems. Oh, that's interesting. Why are you enlarged? You should not be enlarged. Oh, you have frightful aspect. Okay, that actually will do it. Okay, fine. I'm actually comfortable with that. That makes sense. I don't remember if I remember. Did you hear India has a new virus spreading over there? No, I did not hear about that, but that sounds disturbing. Now they want to do a quick save after I almost got obliterated. Oh, okay. What is this going to? To the torture chamber. Okay, the torture chamber is probably not where things end. My first playthrough of Road Trader was as a noble officer, so I'm stuck in every playthrough since. Hey, Abelard introduced me. Man, I'm right there with you. So much fun. That was such a damn good time.
In due time.
Huh. So there's this, and then there's a door here. Okay. Dungeons of Drakkenheim was their first project. Dungeons are a pair of guys that do a lot of 5e content, and they're on live play set in their Drakkenheim setting. Dungeons of Drakkenheim was their first project. Interesting. The gnomes don't look too well. Gray hair, pale skin, and dim eyes say they're suffering a serious case of the bleaching, but their vitality clearly hasn't left them yet. Bickering busily, the gnomes are searching the bookshelves, stuffing one volume after another into their bags. Look what I found. Look, we need to take this. What? Heat of the Forbidden Embrace? Are you out of your mind? Forget that filth. We're looking for magic books. What do you know? It's a rare book. Who are you? He doesn't recognize us, Laura. Ha ha. Yeah, the brothers. Of course not. We were frauds when we met at the inconsequent debates. I am Vyar Zonrappel, the most skilled wizard this side of the Inner Sea. And here with me is someone who keeps trying to piggyback on someone else's glory. Brother, how you always thrust yourself forward. Don't listen to his mumbles. I am Luar Zonrappel, the most skilled wizard on this and the other side of the Inner Sea. Glad to see you again, Isaac. We had fun last time, didn't we? Didn't I kill their sister? Did you see the ghostly figure in the hallway? I think there are ghosts in the palace. Of course there are. Well, not ghosts, just one, but a real one. They say it's the ghost of the wizard who built this place for the Queen of Patax and then refused to let her inside. He said she was unworthy of living in such a beautiful palace. She had to, you know. They also say she didn't just kill him, but immured him alive somewhere in the palace in a room with countless treasures. We've been meaning to find it, but never got around to it. And just now we were a bit busy. What are you doing here? What do you think? Irovetti's finished. We're stuffing our bags and leaving. We recommend you do the same. Just stuff them somewhere else. You can take the silverware and candlesticks, but don't touch the books. The books are ours. You can take the one about hot forbidden embraces. Goodbye. Wait, you're Isaac, and Isaac is you. So Isaac from Inconsequent Debates is the King Isaac from Corellis Expanse? Oh, thick skull of mine, I should have figured it out earlier. When we're done with you, everything that's left will fit into my hat. Silly, why do you want a hat full of ashes? I don't, I'm just saying, I don't even have a hat. Hey! I wonder, do you have to be hostile with them, or is there a way where this can end peacefully? With between them and their sister. Ooh, that's not cool. Whoa. This is not cool. Oh, no, darling. I need you to focus on the right person. What's up, Hans? Yeah, I had to go ahead and circle back to this game, and I've been really enjoying it, man. EJ and Cabo have been beating malaria, and this is a historic milestone. Africa having 95% of malaria's burden. I hope they're able to overcome it. It tries to be freeform. It has just enough rules to bloat. The whole fear mechanic shouldn't be attached to every role. Interesting. This freaking golem is so big that it's hard to do basic things. There we go. What are you doing? Leave. All right, now let's try this again. You too, Frank. Take care, dude. Have a good one. Holy crap! Who just got hit like that? Oh, the inevitable Edelon got hit like that? Wow. Okay. Well, she definitely should be turning on this. And they won't let her haste out? Why can she get to you, but she can't get to you? That's odd. And they won't let him attack her. She can't walk out to you. All right, this is a bug apparently. But we'll roll with it, sure. And you. Is this? No, this is still a standard action. Yeah, user this increases critical hit as well. Sure, let's do that.
Good, you dead.
All right. What was that? Why did the spray kill him outright? What's up, Ann? How are you? You have all the peace of the world from them when it's over. They are doormats. Is this because I didn't have Death Ward? Man, Ultron, they're definitely working me over. No, he had Death Ward on him. You don't. I don't know why. Prismatic Spray has a death effect. Lovely. We do not have on haste. That's definitely part of the problem. I did it in turn-based mode, Matt, and it did not go well. Let's turn that on. Let's turn that on. Oh, you know what? Let's make protection from chaos. Yeah, let's do that. All right, now let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah, I can tell this fight is no joke. Thank you. All right. I don't understand. Oh, you know what? Holy crap. Our formation is completely jacked up. That's definitely part of the problem. All right. And you could be there. Yeah, yeah. Here. You know what? Here. You two in front. You, because you don't really need to be directly in front. You don't care. And then here, you. There we go. Some semblance of normalcy. This still isn't quite right, but I don't have time to get it much better. Who needs to be cloned? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. There we go. It's still clogged together in that damn hallway. All right, let's try it. When you need to record footage for YouTube, do you use OBS? Yes, I do. Prismatic has like a 1 in 8 chance to cause instant death. Is that the way it works? That's unfortunate. All right, let's try you again. Like that. Now, I wanted you to continue on to the other one, but it's all good. It is what it is. Only so much we can ask for. And of course, now we're out of freaking laughing magic. Doesn't she have fascinate by now? She does. Can you to fascinate a creature? Or cloak of dreams? No, that's an aura she's surrounded with. Okay, she's there's really no good options for her right now. So, and it won't even let her attack. You know, just forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Here, I kind of almost want you out the way. Let's get you up out the way so that you're not blocking Amiri from doing what she needs to do. And then you could do, oh yeah, okay. There we go. Now Amiri, rage of course. And then, woo! Dead. Okay, so the inevitable struck as well. So she did 97 damage and he did 55. And yeah, it was a wrap from there. Beautiful. All right, now we can turn that off and make mincemeat out of them, please. Anytime now. No. You can stop that, darling. No need for that. That's not gonna help anyway. Hey, you. If you can't do the one, then do the other. Thank you. Thank you. Much better. Much better. Much better. Oh, you're gonna start doing some wild YouTube stuff? You know, one of the things I got some content in front of me for Kingmaker that I want to do, but I definitely plan to do 1 or 2 videos about being a gaming content creator. Like, I'm not crazy large by any stretch of the imagination, but I have had some measure of success, and I'm more than willing to share the information about how I got here so that people can look at it and decide what they could have done better and what they would do differently and all that kind of stuff. So that's definitely something I plan to work on at some point. And hopefully, you know, folks like you who plan to be content creators yourself and have enjoyed what I'm doing, you'll be able to get something out of it. Because I feel like I hear the same questions all the time, you know, like, what do you use? How do you approach certain things? All that kind of stuff. And it's not a secret.
Some other way needed.
It's not a secret.
Just letting the ink dry.
Right here, my friend.
There we go. Thank you, Doe. Appreciate that.
Adventures call to them.
Because apparently we were never going to get it. Love to see those videos. Yeah. What's up, Vakar? Yeah, slowly but surely I'm getting better, man. Turn on your mythic powers. Ha 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 ha. If only.
All according to plan.
Not having your streaming now. So the idea of a more chill video stuff. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's not comfortable with live streaming, you know? And you don't have to live stream in order to be successful at YouTube. I mean, look at Mortismal Gaming. He never live streams, or virtually never live streams, and he still has had immense success, way more success than I have. So, you know, it's all about, you know, how do you want to approach things and what do you want to do? Shout out channel, some guys I would recommend for helping you learn how to do tabletop content. Oh, cool. The sessions match the vibes you were wanting. Appreciate that, Quintac. I'll definitely check them out. Need to find an edit software so I can edit a bit. I use, what is it called again? I use DaVinci Resolve. It's free. Definitely recommend checking it out.
Repent!
Ooh, he did 54. I'm seeing a whole lot of misses. We haste it. Doesn't look like it. And these guys are not summoned. They're real. That's interesting. Hold on here. Yep. So if we're immune, then no effect. That's interesting. Yeah, this feels like a problem. Well, something went right. Uh-huh. Keep going. Keep going. A little bit more. All right. Yeah, let's do a little bit of you. That helps. Having a little bit helps. Okay. Not terrible. Cool. Feel like you should have more than 4 attacks, but I could be wrong. That's a great start. That's... Keep going. Keep going. Oh, crap. All right. And now we finally got to you.
Not hide from me.
Whoa. You're terrified? Buddy. Feel sorry for you.
Serves you right.
Woo. You let Lindsay do you in? With her bow at that? Damn, that was rough. All right. I'm sorry, little wolfie.
Confide in me.
This is a game outside his variables that only he engages in with 100% reviews that gives him a pretty big edge. That's true. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. Yeah, I couldn't do it at all. Like, I can play a game that objectively I look at and consider to be bad. I can't play a game that I consider to be outright terrible. Like, I just don't have it in me. If I feel the whole time that I'm playing this game that it's a complete waste of my time, then I just let it go. I'm real big on life is too short to play games that are terrible. It is too short, absolutely. Play DDO, the Bard is all about making enemies dance, and if they don't dance, they're no friends of mine. Nice. The stinging shame indeed, Matt. Newspaper clippings with urgent headlines decorate the wall. Terrible murder at the port. New victims of the port ripper. Gargoyle suspected. Guards helpless to stop murderer. Interesting. Port stop. Port ripper stop. Murder stop. For how long? An unsolved secret of the ripper. The newspaper article titled "The Truth About the Ripper" is hanging on the wall. It reads, however, against the claims of the guards, our informant, who has not to be named, claimed that the port ripper is still alive and lives at the King's Palace, serving as Irovetti's personal executioner. Well, we put a stop to that. Okay. Yeah, darling.
Yeah.
This was rather useless, so like you go ahead and lift it on up. Thank you. Appreciate that. And then broaden the passage by force. Okay. Let's try it. What's up, Master Bill? How are you, dude?
Completed.
Thank you. Oh, that's right. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Wolf dies. Why did the wolf die? Hold on. What's up, Rusty? How are you? Love watching you and Wolfheart, two of the best out there. Hey, thank you so much. That's good company for sure. Absolutely. Big fan of Wolfheart. He's almost finished with his Divinity Original Sin 2 run. It's been a crazy wild run. I know the last time I looked at his stream, I think he had like 2,500 people watching him. Insane. Absolutely insane.
Right here.
Really, really happy for him. I don't feel comfortable doing either one of those. No, I don't want to let go of that either. Here, we'll go down here. No, I don't want to let go of you. Yeah, we'll do this. And then the wolf. And then give you some of that. There you go. Are you good now? Alright, you should be good enough. Now let's go for this wall. And
Completed.
need you to stay alive while we deal with it. And there we go. Oh, wow. It took like 8 hours. That took away all of our buffs. That's not cool. There's another door. Is there a trap on this door? Where are we? What is going on? Need a key. Huh. Okay. Let's do this just in case there's problems where we're going.
Here.
It says we lost a dinosaur bone. Why? That shouldn't be happening. So here, hold on. First of all, yeah. Okay, what would cause frontliner? What is that spell called that uses a dinosaur bone? The one that makes you super large. That's the one that's probably being used. Legendary proportions. Is something using legendary proportions because it shouldn't. Let's see. Legendary proportions is being used on the frontliner. Definitely not. Is it being used on Amiri? It doesn't work on the frontliner. It's not being used on Amiri, so it's being used on the person who can't use it. That is super whack. Now let me make sure though. Okay. It doesn't even say a spell. It just says lost dinosaur bone. All right, fine. Yep, Lordran reports. Thanks, Lordran. You don't need speaking bones. You cast that one spell. Not in this game. In this game, you better have your buffs if you want to survive. Ooh, who are you? Hannes. I don't remember who a Hannes is.
Some other way needed.
Fails to pick the lock. You do it. Thank you. And then you talk with him. Hannes. You barely recognize the man sitting in the cell. He's changed much over the years since you saw Baron Hannes Drella. He was the guy who treated me with disrespect when I first met him. At the former reception in Restov. Once muscular arms are now thin, his skin is pale, his eyes sunken. He's sitting on the floor staring at his hands. Baron Drelev, I didn't expect to see you here. The Baron's lips begin to tremble, but he doesn't lift his eyes from his hands. Just when you begin to sense you won't be getting an answer, he speaks softly. You are too late. Baron Hannes Drelev is dead. This is only a corpse. Use detect magic. Let's see what we have here. It seems that there are no active spells on Drelev. However, you notice some traces of a strange magical aura. It reminds you of the one that filled the chamber under the old sycamore where you fought Tartusio. One could assume that these traces were left by some powerful artifact, but there's no guarantee of that. I have a few questions for you. Drelev doesn't react to your words, and he keeps looking down at his hands. Are you dead? That's what happens when you disrespect Isaac. Apparently. My party can basically fight one big fight every rest. I blow my entire buff lineup in one buff bot execution. The difference between my party unbuffed and buffed is insane. Yeah, basically. In this game, you gotta keep yourself buffed properly. After a long pause, Hannah speaks softly and simply. Yes. If you're dead, how can you be talking to me? The man shrugs ever so slightly. I don't know. Are you out of your mind? It looks like you're alive and well. Look closer. Drelev lifts his hand and probes the skin on his cheek with his trembling fingers. It's pale, but quite healthy. You see? The skin peels away. Fingers rot into the bone. This corpse has no eyes, no heart, no stomach, nothing. Smell it. It stinks of dead flesh. What are you doing in Irovetti's prison? Drelev interlocks his fingers. The Baron left Restov for Glenabon, stumbled into an ambush. Irovetti slaughtered his people and captured him. No one paid a ransom for Baron Hannes Drelev. Then Irovetti killed him. How did you die? Irovetti keeps a monster as a servant, a pet naga. It assumes different shapes for him, but that's not important. He gave her a weapon, a wooden sword, probably magic. He told her to pierce Drelev with it. She did, and Drelev died. If you're dead, does that mean a priest can resurrect you? A priest? Hannes moves his lips silently. Yes, a priest. Do priests resurrect the dead? Yes. Perhaps a priest can help. Chaotic good. Open the cage. There's no reason for you to stay in this cage, whether you are dead or alive. By the way, if you wish to be brought back to life, go outside and find the cleric, Dre Yarns. Tell him Isaac sent you and you need help. Dre Yarns, a priest. A priest can resurrect Drelev. Hannes stands up with effort and leaves the cell, swaying steadily on his feet. This Drelev is a real scumbag. He wouldn't have spared you, and yet you saved him anyway. I hope he doesn't blow this shot at a new life. He died alive and will return to life thanks to you. You granted him another chance at life, as you once did for me. Hannes raises his face with difficulty and looks at you. Thank you, Isaac. Perhaps Baron Drelev will live again. Pathfinder buff simulator. I've heard the buff manager mod for Wrath is better. That's true. Yeah, there's a bubble buff mod for Kingmaker that's better than what's available in, for Wrath of the Righteous that's better than what's available for Kingmaker, but hey, I'll take what I can get. Hey, he's walking this way to get out. That's interesting. Whoa. Okay. I didn't even know there was... Okay. I was about to say, when we gonna get it cracking? There we go. Thank you. I really don't know what's going on, but I'll take it.
This should do it. Calm down. No strike wasted yet.
Well, we almost did it. You legit always just buffed yourself, never use buff bot or bubble bus? That sounds tedious as all hell. That sounds tedious as hell. I mean, I was doing that for the first 2 acts of this game. And I think you were on when the chat started complaining like, damn, is there any way to speed this up? What's up, Victor? Saw your video recently about curing retarditis. Now I'm planning my second road trader playthrough as Handsome Jack. Nice, heretical. That's awesome, dude. I hope it goes well for you. Did I not? Oh, I didn't do a quick save after talking with old boy, huh? And then expect to see you here. Da-da. Are you dead? Da, 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 da. Here we go. Chaotic good. All right, now. Do that, and then that. If I kiss farewell, goodbye. Thanks, Ultron. You don't full buff every map? Oh, that's interesting. What's up, young grab? Tell Sally you buffed by like 5 times. This is true.
And Lindsay was called for.
I don't deny it. All right, let's get the song started. And let's try this again. Problem was my golem was blocking everybody, which shouldn't have happened now that I think about it, because golem should be second tier. But let's just run over that, and there we go. Okay. Why can't the wolf get in?
Be generous to them, for I am not.
Yeah. Oh! There we go. That's why. There we go. They came from the side. These jerk-offs came from the side. That's why he got lit up like that. I was like, how are they lining him up in the back? We good? I don't understand what you can. Here, hold on.
This is for you.
There we go. Wow. That was crazy. Anytime where rats are involved, you know it's just finna be an absolute shit show. Can't stand those little buggers. So what's that video? Restartitis is my way of life. Beating the Stonelands of Midnight Owls rogue like it's fun. Playing the Dutch a bit for bills, true. Sheesh. They don't even drop anything. That's wild. They're just assholes. Dude, this layout is confusing as all hell. I can't believe there's like 2 or 3 different entryways for this area. Oh, you know what? Let's also... Yep, I figured all of us got tussed up a little bit there. There we go. We should be all good now. What I was doing wrong while I was stuck, had to look it up though. So what'd you do wrong, plan? So what now? Okay, so there is a body, but they won't let me. There we go. I can. You had a whole lot of nothing on you, apparently. Okay. All right. So there. Wow. So this goes to the palace halls. This goes to palace halls, but in a different spot. And then this is a third spot on there. So there's 3 different ways to get to the torture chamber. Man, you really there? Ghost. Oh, snap.
All according to plan.
That's the ghost that they were talking about. Okay. I don't remember seeing that before. I missed something over here, and it required me to have the key. Oh, I wonder if I just picked up the key that I needed. Because I think a key was part of what I just picked up, right?
It's just not my lucky day.
Nope. Oh, wait. She did try to pick it. 47 is what would be needed to pick it. Interesting. So if she turns on Inspire Confidence and then does this, and then he gives you, gives you some of this, how's that work out? Nope. Trickery check fail, 33. So it is possible. There we go. Let's do it. Whoa. You see the translucent form of an old man in dirty work clothes. His gray hair is tousled and his eyes wander madly. What's up, Toxic? I take it the Seahawks won? Was it actually a good game or was it kind of boring? Because it seemed like the Patriots weren't even scoring, right? I do wish we got some more control over party member builds in the vanilla game. They always customize mercs, but doing that always kills my enjoyment in CRPGs. That's why I prefer to use mods that let me just rebuild companions from scratch. What's up, Enzo? Seahawks spanked them? Damn. Seahawks slaughtered? That's crazy. You can hear the fireworks going off? Congratulations. Congratulations. That's a big deal. That's awesome. There's a piece of chalk behind his ear. Free at last. At last. So many years. So many years I've waited for someone to open that damn door. Shrieking with rage, the old man stamps his foot. Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? How can you not know me? Shame, shame. Shame and disgrace. I am Refor, Tabulus, Velasteo, Jr., the greatest architect among wizards and the greatest wizard among architects. Who do you think built all this grandeur? All these hallways, the halls, the arches, and doors, doors, doors. It's all me, my work. How did you die? I was ruined by my own genius and other people's greed. I built this exquisite palace for the Queen of Patax, Delpina Lexenza, the Queen. That's right, a covetous, smug bandit queen. She was unworthy of even washing the windows in my palace. Of course I wouldn't let her in. People like her mustn't live in palaces, but watch them respectfully from afar. She killed me, she did. Smeared these sacred walls with blood of their creator. But even dead, I refused to abandon my creation. She entombed me here in this little room, killed me, then locked me away, bricked me in, and closed the door. Why does this palace have such strange architecture? Strange? Strange, you say? You don't understand. No one understands. Philistines, narrow-minded fools. For you, a house is 4 walls and a roof to keep the rain out. What do you know of hallways, doors, the poetry of space? An architect's labor is sacred, like the deeds of the gods themselves. Building of houses is creating a world in miniature. This palace is my confession, my treatise on the mystery of being, my poem of grief and love, and no one in the whole world is capable of reading it. None of you is worthy of even approaching the threshold of my palace. The ghost is not talking, but screaming, shaking his crooked finger in rage. Now that I freed you, can you rest in peace? Rest? By the 9 circles, no. I've only started to live, you might say. Well, not exactly live, but you take my meaning. You know, as I sat here trapped, I've seen so many so-called kings and queens, ordinary bandits, all of them. These walls have never seen a true monarch. No one, positively no one, has ever been worthy of living in this palace. But do you know who would be worthy of living here? Well, not exactly living, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I mean, me, of course. I will be king of Patax. We can have a true ghost kingdom, and I will make you general of my ghost army as a reward for rescuing me. You do want to be the king's general, right? Of course you do, of course. Come then. Psycho! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You not built for this. You are not built for the problems you're asking for. Even with all this concealment. Why are you not dead yet? You're taking a hell of a lot of damage, but not dead. And now you're doing things I don't appreciate. And now Mirror's on the floor. Holy smokes. You might be built for... All right. Good Lord. Pats didn't score until the last quarter. We held it in 3 basically the whole game. That's crazy. Was it because the Patriots were so amazing, were so incompetent, or the Seahawks defense was that amazing? Too long didn't read. A cure is to role play a character. Focus on role play instead of build. That's why I had never had restart items in the first place. Yeah, Victor, that was unpleasant to say the least.
Bad.
Oh, that's right. We needed you, and then you, and then you. Yep, and then back to you. There we go. Now
Adventures call to them.
you, and you,
Well,
and
Keep your eyes open.
yeah, that's good enough. And then you, and then you. There we go. There we go. Probably both. There were some sacks where they didn't try to block. Oh, snap. That's unfortunate. The Pacers won the World Super Bowl teams ever. Who are you? How did you die? Da 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 da. And then I freed you. All right, let's try this again. The Pacers won the worst Super Bowl teams ever, in my opinion. Salted the schedule in 30 years. Played a choke artist in the first round, a meltdown in the second, and a backup QB in the third. Finally played a full team in the Super Bowl and got spanked. Interesting. Interesting. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, man. This dude has a lot of health. That's interesting. All right, that's gonna help too. And then give you some of this. Yep. Huh. Roll, you would just need 11. So, not the highest roll on the planet, but oh snap, the wolf. Doesn't display no, but shouldn't you have? Oh, I never got power attack for you. That's surprising. That's interesting. Well, there we go. And that was it, huh? Well, I'll set you on fire. Okay, yep, that works too. Alright, now we got the song on, we got that on. Pretty sure there's nothing else we could really do. Oh, I'm not putting Brilliant Inspiration on anyone? Interesting. That's probably a mistake, but I'm not gonna worry about that for right now. Alright, now you. I need you to, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, come on now. Like that in you. And let's get that charge going. 2, 3, 4, yeah. Oh, how did you not obliterate him? Not quite, huh? Come on. Just get one crit to trigger, I wanted him to trigger more of those attacks. Damn, this dude has a lot of health. There we go. That dude was no joke. No joke at all. All right. Let's take that fire off. Beautiful. Just got to the part in road trade involving certain maggots of ravenous tar. Things just got real nice. It should have been Jags versus Bears. I certainly would have enjoyed it more, Sir Lag. Bears weren't better than the Rams or the Seahawks. I think I would beg to differ. Thank you very much. Should have been the Broncos. Knicks didn't get hurt, but he did get hurt. So it should have been the Bears. Yeah, Quintek, I'm still not clear on what that controversy was. I have to look into it. I'm not sure whether or not I should be doing a video on that, because it happened right before I caught COVID, and so I wasn't doing any content. So I know there's some stuff that I should probably be checking up on, and I'm not sure if that's one of them. But it seemed off for sure. Seemed like something happened that shouldn't have happened, and then people were pissed about it. Do you think gamers we see a controversy like Ash Creation again, or have gamers learned their lesson? What's up, Midnight? When you say learn their lesson, what do you mean? If you're implying like, will this stop gamers from supporting games in early access? I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt that is the lesson that's taken away. Okay. So there we go, and you.
Some other way needed.
Melodic sound like 100 tiny bells rings from under the floor, from the walls, and even from the ceiling. It seems you've activated a magical alarm.
I see something.
Oh, that would have triggered the golems, right? Well, that was unfortunate, but it is what it is. artfully crafted instruments with Irovetti's monogram are covered with greasy fingerprints. Ooh.
Done.
Got all that. Okay. Speaking of Griefall, I'd like to see that Neil Newbond is busy. Yeah, he's super busy right now. Like to see that real time with Pauls isn't dead. Yep. All good stuff. Hopefully Griefall does well. We'll see. The jury's still out, but I certainly hope. Oh, snap. Okay, the alarm did do something. And I actually like this because it means that you're going to pull out of whatever entranced space you were originally in. And yeah, I don't like. Here, hold on. I don't like that we're trapped in like this. There we go. Because my golem wasn't in the mix. Now my golem's in the mix. Don't run that fast. You're running a little too fast for me. Yep. Don't worry. There you go. There you go. You just slow down just a little. And we're good. All right, now, so that's another exit. Where does that exit go to? That goes to the armory, which is not the torture chamber. Interesting.
All according to plan.
Oh, look.
Very, very interesting. Lies should have win. Damn, Ekandayo. Oh, you know what? Ekandayo is not the person who should be dealing with this. That's why. Here. What in the hell?
I shall end this suffering.
These close quarters are just, or tight quarters rather, are just not good for Amiri. Or for my group overall. Okay. Why is this room so dark? This room reeks of carrion doused with perfume. That doesn't sound good, but okay. Griefall told the early access buyers, you mean Nacon? Nacon told the early access buyers they were going to have to buy the deluxe content separately. The price of the contents actually ended up being more expensive than just buying it at launch. I don't understand what that means. So they released, so there's a deluxe edition of the game, I assume, and buy the deluxe content separately. So what? People who bought the deluxe edition of the game were still going to have to pony up more dough? Okay, so this is where I came from, right? Right. Okay, cool. So I started here, came through here, and we've already searched all through there. Nothing there. Beautiful. So now let's go back over here. Did I? Oh, I haven't been in that door yet. Okay, hold on. If you can't tell by watching, this castle is set up in a way that's rather confusing. And servants to talk with. Hey, when you catch your Irovetti, give that ass a couple of kicks for me. Just really not a particularly likable guy, huh? All right. Ironically, greedfall can be ruined by greed. Who'd have thunk it? Don't hit me. I'm not a soldier. I just mopped the floors. Come on now. And all that armor. And I'm a cook. This isn't a sword. It's just a kitchen knife. Don't touch us. See? We are leaving. Oh, snap. See? Finally, some people with intelligence.
I believe I found something.
Hilarious. Now, where are you going? To the king's chambers. Good lord. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Okay. There's no deluxe edition in early access, only when the game launches. EA early access players were going to have to buy each component of an individual. Ooh. Okay, that's a problem. I see what you're saying now. Yes, that is absolutely not cool. We good back here? Yeah, because he was about to get dealt with easily. Oh, there's more than one. It just looked like one. Okay, we good now? And why is there a rainbow circle around us? What's causing that? Anyway, yep. Beautiful. Okay. The door's locked tight with no knob or lock in sight. Interesting. And then this is to the king's chambers. And then this is this. Interesting. Meanwhile, people that wait until launch day will get a bundle that saved the money. Right. Just want people to do some research on the people that they're giving money to so they don't end up being scammed and disappointed. Yeah. I don't disagree. I am delayed in doing some research. There's a real possibility that I got scammed out of some money for supporting Hope Town. There are some serious questions about whether or not that game is actually being worked on or is even going to come out. So, you know, I definitely feel for the people. It's hard to gauge because on the one hand, I definitely agree, you know, you should be making these decisions based on the reputation of the people involved, but on the other hand, there's also that feeling of, man, I really want this game to come out, and if it's made by some people who are some scumbags, oh well, but at the end of the day, maybe I could give them this money and I'll get the game that I actually want. But even, and the thing with Ashes of Creation is, I'm not clear on if this is really a case of people refusing to read the tea leaves. Like, from my understanding, everything kind of seemed on the up and up before it went belly up, because the main guy in charge never told people that, hey, you know, I have a board and the board, we're having issues with them. Like, none of this stuff ever came up before. So it wasn't like, at least from my understanding, having never played the game and having not followed this at all, just only looking at the news stories that have come out recently, it didn't seem like this is a situation where, oh man, everybody knew this was going to end up poorly and it was no surprise. How? Good lord, this area is just brutal. The Extra Quest of the Deluxe Edition is only 1.5 hours long and doesn't launch for 2 months. What? That's interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to look into this because it sounds so weird. Like, if it's not going to be ready for another 2 months, That sounds like something you either bundle with free DLC or you just it sounds like something you don't talk about. Because it's not gonna do anything. At least from the way this is being described right now. Very odd, very, very odd. Okay, you know what? I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna come over here, and then we're gonna stand over here, and then you, yep, now you,
Anything is possible.
yep, anything is possible. All right, now, do that. And then we'll bring you around the corner. And then you. And then, honestly didn't want them all to come out yet, but it's okay. How have we not leveled up yet? With all of the crazy shenanigans going on in this damn castle, I do not understand how they justified not giving you a level up yet. This has been ridiculous. Ridiculous. Doing their best to destroy their game's credibility before it launches. Like, that doesn't seem like a good way to go about things. Anyone get Kingmaker full screen borderless to actually work? It still minimizes when I go to another window. Haven't played around with it at all, honestly. The armchair is covered with lots of stains from wine, sauce, and something else. The devil's in the details. That something else is the problem. Okay.
All according to plan.
And then you.
In due time.
This weird elevator music that's playing throughout the castle is awful as well. Perhaps the creation, the backers and players didn't even know the director had sold his stake to an outside group until the announcement that he was leaving the company. Exactly. Exactly. Is this the dungeon where the guys paralyze you constantly? What's up, Awaken? Might be, but I haven't had any issues with it as of yet. But I've got a ton of buffs on me, so I might just be blocking what they're attempting to do.
Gun.
Beautiful. Oh, cool. This is actually blocked off, so there's nothing else here, right? Excellent.
That is not far.
Paralyzing doesn't start yet? Oh, great. That starts with the wild hunt. Okay, interesting. When my other games will stay up while I move my two-side monitors.
As it should
Okay,
be.
that's good. King's quarters. Let's do that.
Look ahead.
Small area, finally. I'll take that. Actually, here, hold on. I tried. All right. That's probably not helping me to get to a new level. All the XP that I'm How is it that I'm all the way over here and they're still saying that well, that doesn't help me. All these traps that I'm stepping on probably isn't helping my case to get to a new level. It is what it is, though. All of this will get much better once I have Jubilos back. The bed sheets and the carpet are soiled with gross stains. That's interesting.
I believe I found something.
What is all this? Someone's bleached bones lie at the bottom of the cold underwater lake. Someone's bleached bones.
Some other way needed.
What troubles you?
We'll do that, and then this. Finally, all right. Do you have lots of freedom of movement available? I don't know about lots, but I'm pretty sure I have a couple of sources of it. If you cover the Greed Salt stuff, just know that they retroactively changed the pricing details and given the deluxe content for free to early access players. So it's not totally clear what happened on the post. Oh, I just looted the best glaive in the game? Nice. Weird way to remember I have to fold laundry. What's up, Molecule? How are you?
What's that?
There we go. What? Trap triggered. Okay. Trap overcomes spell resistance, but her will save kicked in. Good enough for me. Oh, some sort of book there. And we're good. All right, cool.
In due time.
Man, stole from his personal quarters. I'm sure he won't be happy about that. So I once Josh S. Hayes, another YouTuber, talk about ALC 7 years ago. Not surprised about the outcome. So what? When they talked about it, they were doubtful because of the people involved with making it. They felt like it was probably a scam. Oh. Yeah, this is the torture chamber. Oh, okay, so it's not actually called the torture chamber. That's interesting. So what was it called over here? They called it the armory. Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
All according to plan.
I came in here, right? Yeah, that was the dark area. Cool, cool, cool. So now we go back over here. Okay, back where we started. Now I guess we can go over here, right? Yeah, we searched all through there, and now we can head up the middle. Let's do a hard save here, just to be sure. Josh Strife Hayes is very down on Kickstarted MMOs, or new MMOs in general. Watched a lot of his videos. Is he down on them in a way that seems like legitimate, like he has a good point, or he's just down on them in general as the way he does content? Played this years ago, and I remember correctly, the last dungeon requires you to have freedom of movement to stop the constant paralyzing. Interesting. All right, well, I'll try to make sure that I have a source for that then. And pretty much what their fans' comment section didn't want to hear it at the time. Oh, interesting. More like this armory. Because they were so excited about it, I assume. Beautiful.
You see that?
How do you, is there a way to halt? Yeah, stop. There we go. And then you. Okay. His worst MMO ever is a great series. Okay. He just points out the structural problems in making MMOs. Interesting. Okay. So he has legit reason then. Basically, from a structural standpoint, it's like it doesn't make sense. I want to make sure. I feel like I might be heading towards Irovetti. Irovetti. And I don't know if I've actually searched through the whole castle. So maybe I should stop going this way. Warden, Herald. Yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and deal with all of you. And then let's do that. And anybody else? Whoops, why is that still running? I didn't mean that to happen. That's unfortunate. Why is this no longer on automatic? Good Lord. Wow. There's a whole lot going on here. And so we'll let that go. You know what I should do? Can I make you responsible for your own healing? Don't I have a wand of like better heals or something? Call lightning, displacement, echolocation. Well, that helps. There we go. Why do I feel like you didn't do what I wanted you to do? That's Octavia. Yep, and she's casting magic still. Good Lord. There's a whole lot going on. Why is, I don't understand why Octavia is consistently getting so close. Thank you. Enough of this folly. Your fatuous whatever ends here. Interesting.
This is for you.
What is going on in this area?
I'll fight if I have to. You can't stop me. This won't kill me.
Okay. Wow. That was a lot. I don't even remember who you are, bro. Irovetti is at the end of this hallway. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna turn back after I get done with this. Sadly, things Star Citizen will also go the way of Ash's creation, given the lack of progress we've seen. That'd be deeply unfortunate, and I know there's a lot of people who've been looking forward to it.
Good, you're dead.
Ooh, he is. He's making it happen. Damn. Any possibility? Nah, I figured as much. Figured I was asking for a lot. And nope, I won't let you do that. Is he gonna? Whoa! Oh no, is that Irovetti? That's Irovetti. I can't go over there. I don't want to go over there. Hold on, here. All of us come back over here. And then wait until he decides to come back into the hallway. And until then, we heal up.
Can you make an epic pose?
Okay.
Need inspiration.
There we go. Now. Oh, you bastard!
Part of the plan.
Dude, that's so freaking annoying. Okay, here he goes.
Cannot hide from me.
That's so annoying. Oh. What's going on, Estevan? I'm feeling a little bit better. Right there's why I hate Thug. It is what it is. It's been great until now. People may riot if that happens. Even celebrities donate a lot of money on Star Citizen. It's been around for quite some time. Like a ridiculously long time. For it to still not have like a full release yet. All right. And then we still got one of these left, sure. One the hell. There we go. There we go. And now, let's see if you can. Oh, that sucks. That really sucked. All right, let's try this again. Good Lord.
Share your trouble.
That was beyond brutal. Okay. Wow. He's got concealment from greater invisibility. Yeah, if the fight had went on, that's what I should have did with Lindsay. I'm pretty sure I have a greater dispel with her. I should have took all that bullshit off. That would have made it easier for me to deal with him. Damn. That was brutal.
Right here, my friend.
That was absolutely brutal. All right. What in the hell? I know. No, I swear I put a raise dead one spell slot of it on them, but it's fine. You know what? I'm just gonna buy a couple of those scrolls. There we go. Okay.
Follow my.
Now we're gonna go over here real quick. And the big issue is that they will still wipe progress every major patch. Crazy. So if it does eventually have a full release, everybody's going to be starting from scratch. Where were you at? Can you imagine if you didn't have the Statue of Liberty walking behind you? That would have made things significantly more rough for sure. Probability of attack is reduced. Cannot cook here. All right, let's do that.
I heard that in a faraway tribe, people entertain themselves by throwing huge logs. Whoever throws it the farthest is the strongest.
Throwing logs. Ha! What weaklings. The mammoth lords lift mammoths. I used to lift two at once.
Oh, the wolf was dead? I didn't even realize that. But that makes sense, yeah. Wow, that was brutal all the way around. Brutal all the way around. All right. And whew. Okay. We're back in business. Greater spell and freedom movement are huge for late game. Enemies will start using Sea Mantle for that massive AC boost that gets countered by freedom of movement. Oh, nice. Okay. Do they lose that Sea Mantle boost if they're flat-footed? I thought they did, but I could be wrong. All right. So before we do Irovetti, yeah, exactly. Got this whole side to deal with. What's over here? Ah, fun.
And Lindsay was
You.
Let's finish them quick.
No. But. Oh, Lindsay is over there. I can see her from here. There we go. All right, now.
considered
Good enough. There we go. Beautiful. Halt. And then you take care of that. Thank you. Come on, dude. Soldier Lock, what's up, man? Hope your adventures are going well. They are indeed. What's up, James? I'm doing a little bit better, man. How are you? I don't think it does. Oh, it's a cover bonus. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. You eat a lot is insane. Thank you. I've become a big fan of him for sure. For sure. Your whole party could fit in this bed. All right, look at that. It's open now. Okay. So also believe Wild Hunt cannot be caught flat-footed. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Sorry to hear you aren't feeling well. Glad you're doing better. Yeah, I'm doing a little bit better. I caught COVID, and it's been kicking me around for a few days, but I'm doing much better than I was before. So hopefully by middle of this week, I'll be back to 100%. We'll see how it goes. Ooh. That looks like something Knock Knock might be interested in. Gotta hide that I'm happy. The patrons got embarrassed tonight. Oh, I'm not hiding it. In fact, I can't wait to call my little brother. He was a massive fan of Tom Brady, and so he remains a Patriots fan. I can't wait to rub this in his face. Like, bro, y'all got embarrassed. I love it. What's up, Wood? Everybody's supposed to be Galaria's excuse for Conan. Yeah, banish COVID with magic indeed. I didn't even know COVID was still running around, but apparently it is. Nothing? Whoa. It's noisy in the canteen. Irovetti's guards are vigorously discussing the ongoing battle. The old families are starting to riot. Street fights are springing up all over the city. We can't hold down the uproar. Irovetti's lost his grip. It's clear as day. And that Isaac, did you see him handle Villamore? You think we stand a chance against him? He's almost here. Let's run for it while we still can. The were-rat shows his crooked teeth in a fierce grin. Cowardly, useless fools. Did you eat the royal food, drink his wine, stuff your pockets with his gold? Now you'll stay and fight for him. I'll eat the face of anyone who tries to escape. Lawful neutral. So the tyrant, no. Chaotic good. Those who don't wish to die for Irovetti may go. The others, to arms. Yes. Run! Run! Ha ha ha! Hold on to your pants! Octavia smiles at you broadly. Isaac, I will eat your liver, gnaw out your guts, suck the marrow from your bones. Good luck with all that, homie. Oh, a couple of the wardens stuck around too, huh? Da 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 da. Amiri, what are you doing, darling? I'm gonna ask you to come over here, please. Thank you. Yep. And yep. Where you running to, bruh? Italian ain't nowhere for you to go. Damn. Look like you had some interesting things on you too. I may not have gained a level yet, but I am definitely getting some interesting loot. I am happy about that. Quite pleased. Okay, so that's the whole thing there. Yeah, and I got a lot of stuff to loot there that I know. This guy has a lot of confidence. I'm not sure why exactly. I like the idea of a gargantuan golem deactivating the small and complex mechanisms of a trap. Super funny. Very, very humorous. Oh, right. You live in New England, born and raised. Yeah, so it's different for you. I understand. I understand. You better keep it on the low. You better keep it on the low. What in the hell? This place is so freaking crazy. What in the... Okay, so there's a servant here. So this is the kitchen? Okay. Servant. And the servant's like, I don't care. Don't bother me. What a week. First the pie burned, then the pipes clogged. Now revolution. To the storage. What's in storage? Okay, there we go. Last one. We were already here before. You know. I live in Texas and I laugh loudly when the Cowboys lose. I make fun of all my co-workers, all of them with their broken hearts. What's your favorite team again, CJ? Giant with tiny lockpicks, just the picture alone. Yep. I agree. I think it's very humorous and adds to my joy.
I've discovered something.
All right, what's in here? No traps, it seems like. Okay, I'll take it. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. How's my inventory looking right now? Okay, we're still light, so I'll take it. Let's go in here. And yep, we're good still. Beautiful. Whoa. What is going on? There are probably words being said that I can't see right now. Huh. I dropped the taxes when we traded DeAndre Hopkins for a half-bitten apple and a rotten tomato. Said support an org that does stupid shit like that. I don't blame you. So don't mind. I Christ the Redeemer inside the castle. Okay, so there's a bunch of wardens talking in there. And I can't see what they said. Oh, wait, here, dialogue. And nope, can't see what they said. So whatever was happening in there. Yeah, it's a bunch of wardens. They're all hostile against me, so...
Calculated risk.
This should not have occurred. Uh-oh. Actually, I don't think this door is gonna open. Yeah, this shouldn't have occurred. Here, hold on. Okay, so here, hold on. There we go. There we are. And there we are. Beautiful. No. You gotta come over here because I can't see anything. Thank you. We'll take all that, please. Take that, and that. I think you got too close to that wall. Yeah. I think I triggered, I draw their attention from there, yeah. You like the 49ers, but they were basically playing squid games amongst themselves all season, so not a lot left for the playoffs. 49ers each have massive injuries, trash training staff, and Kyle doesn't care about O-line or special teams. This is locked from the other side. Oh, okay, cool. And we can get there from the other side. I see that. All right. Well, looks like it's time to head back to Irovetti. It's hard for me to imagine how the fight against him could possibly be more brutal than the fight we endured to get to him, but I'm sure this game has something in store. Draft skill positions over the O-line every year. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna save again. Any advice for the Goblin Shaman fight at the Goblin Fort? Just got there my playthrough and I'm clearly outclassed right at the rip. Huh. I don't remember having an issue with that. Who are you running with? So happy they won it, Soldier Lock? I'm happy for you. Happy for you. Confront. Here we go. Irovetti real. There we go. That guy that killed Amiri and messed you up drops a really good bastard sword. Nice. I'm looking forward to going through all my inventory when I get back to the castle. I think I'm going to be very, very happy with some of the stuff provided. Should be good times. All right. All of you. Beautiful. And do another quick save. Valeria, Miriam, Knock Knock, Haram, Jubilos, and myself. Do you know who's messing you up? Oh, there's a door over there. That's interesting. Oh, that goes to the King's Chambers. Why didn't I? Oh, I couldn't get through that door. I remember that. Okay, cool. Well, I don't need to worry about that now. And we'll come over here.
Well, here is the finale. Irovetti's greatness. Irovetti's triumph. Irovetti's death. 3 acts, just as they teach at the Academy. Screw the Academy. I'm a bard myself, and not the worst one at that. I know better than most that glory and grandeur last no longer than bubbles in a glass of fizzy wine. You know I didn't really want to fight you. But the fates of rulers in these lands aren't written by you or I, but by a certain fairy we both know. It's for her that fools like us stage our performance age after age. We rise, win, and die at her pleasure. I tried to outwit her, but in the end, everything turned out just like the old crow wanted. Well, at least I tried. Tell me, king, ruler of the stolen lands, Varnhold, and now, if you get out of here alive, Pitax as well. Tell me, your royal highness, when you are done with Kingslaughter and wipe my blood from the floor, how are you going to rule my lands?
First, tell me, what did you really send Tartusio to do?
Why do you care so much about that runt? Certainly I'll tell you, why not? The assault on the mansion was his own idea. The only thing he had to do was infiltrate your group and use it to find a certain artifact in the stolen lands. You see, just like you, I am the plaything of a certain lady. She's been searching for that artifact for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And who found it? You guessed it. Our purple friend. All these centuries, and that magic chunk of wood was hiding under the roots of the old sycamore. I guess the whole tree grew from it.
Yeah, I find this refreshing, CJ. Like, most times the villains will say, oh, I'll find a way to overcome you, or I'm going to win this. But He already knows that he's dead. The only thing that's odd about it is, why doesn't he at least try to see if we would be willing to combine forces against her? Why has he already concluded that there's no way that could happen? And frankly, why didn't he do that before instead of trying to just take my crown? At least by the time I got to the city, if you already felt like when I got to the city it was a wrap for you, then why wouldn't you at least attempt to parlay? That's the only thing that's a little off to me. What's up, Kate? Thanks. All these moments lost in time like bubbles in a glass of fizzy wine. Doesn't have quite the same ring, does it?
You and I, we are alike. Her twin marionettes both dreaming of cutting the strings. I never told her I have the artifact. Instead, I've studied it, hoping to use it against her, and I can't say I've made a lot of progress. The only thing I've learned is that it can be used to throw people into love or madness. Well, if you win this battle, consider the magic stick a part of my legacy.
Because he wants to be king, he's selfish. He'd rather lose as a hero than rule alongside you as a side character. That does make sense, CJ. That's a good call out. What's up, Paul? Nope, you're seeing my confrontation with Irovetti. He wanted to manipulate and use Narissa for his own ends. True.
I have answered your questions. Now it's your turn. Tell me, how are you going to rule my land?
Better than you, that's for sure. I'll rule wisely and fairly for the good of my people.
Ah, how sweet. And when they start complaining, blame everything on the tyrant's burdensome legacy. All right, enough talk. Our lady demands an outcome. Let's give her a show.
Running won't help you.
All right, we're already hasted, right? 55 seconds of haste, so we're good. So do that. And then I don't understand why she's not automatically getting enraged anymore. I don't understand how that stopped. Don't you have something? I thought you have like prayer or something, right? When did we take prayer off of you? That's not cool. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do the one that has 2. And then, yeah, we're good. And then Amiri's here, so all the rest of us are back here. So let's do it. All right.
Well, I was sure I could.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even compose any final word. Come here quickly. Ah, well, you'll have to think of something. I and the friar in my hand command you. Kill him.
Whoa. Oh, yes, my love. I won't let anyone harm you. Anyone. Oh, I guess I... Wait, what? Huh. Like hair lock? Hey, possibly. You might need a right-click rage on a mirror. I did, and it's still not on, though. Why don't you like the automatic rage? You killed him too fast? Nice. That thing is creeping me out, whatever it is. Lawful neutral. You have plenty of time to explain when you're judged before all attacks.
Hell no. I won't give you this pleasure. This farce ends here and now. To you, your highness, now Pitax is your pain in the ass, and so is that slut fairy. Farewell.
He takes a slip from the flask and drops dead.
Better ones.
What are Engelids?
I aim true.
All right. Good. And we're good. And finally, we leveled up. And the War of the River Kings comes to an end. Beautiful. Wow. Whoo. England's Lamia. They're basically snake monsters with human heads. Why? But why was it so loyal to him? I feel like there's something that happened or was explained before that I didn't catch or don't remember. The antique throne is soiled with greasy stains from spilled gravy. Seriously, bro? Whoa. You must be out your mind. You are quite clearly out your mind. Any more of you bastards hanging about that I missed? I think he used the briar on her to make her love him. Actually a naga, and she's under the briar's love effect. How did he even find that creature to enslave her in that way? That's crazy. Not a Lamia, a Naga. Yeah, I don't know why she's loyal to Irovetti. Doesn't look like they explained that. Untouched delicacies are getting cold on the table. Thanks, Justinian. It's been a long time coming. Hey. Da-da-da-da. What are you?
Tear them apart!
Ha ha ha! Lindsay, that's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious, Lindsay. Oh, but you still should not be right in the front like this. This is not cool. Why is nobody attacking? I don't understand what's going on right now. Here, if nobody can attack, yeah, what is the deal? Why is nobody attacking? Nobody's attacking. Why? What is going on? Thank you.
Chapter.
What in the hell was that? Okay. When you stab someone with a briar, they get part of Nerissa's love. That part I understand. How did he find it and end up in a situation where he could stab it to make it love him? Like, how did that come about? That's the only Naga I think I've seen, right? And he found it the same way he found Evendra and everyone else, through manipulation and minions. I can see that.
All
Sure.
according to plan.
All right, now. There we go. Can we have the correct people in front this time? There we go. Correct people in front. Yep. 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 And yep. I could be wrong, but it kind of looks like my golem is sometimes attacking with his weapon and then other times attacking with his fist. And I don't know why, but it's kind of funny to watch as he holds this big ass weapon sometimes and then punches his enemies to death.
In due time.
All right, we have now finally cleared everything. So let's get up out of here. If I kill the gate, you better ask me the food after. I don't think you should eat food at Fantasy Epstein Palace. Yo. How did Tartusio find the briar when Nerissa was looking for it for 1,000 years? Can't say Irovetti isn't resourceful. This is true. This is true.
That is not far.
What a life. What level am I now? 16 or 17? So I'm now a level 16 Soulbound Summoner. Interesting. So yeah, we'll definitely wait until we get back because we've got to level up everybody now. All right, let's see if the streets are absolute chaos. Doop, 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 doop. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. Nope, looks like things are for the most part pretty well in hand, actually.
As it should be.
And who are you? Oh, you're bold and insightful. Nice. I think when the next act opens up, you should be able to do all of the Tenebrous Depths. Nice. But I don't remember when the last portal opens up. I think I got a message saying that the last portal was open for the Tenebrous Depths. I think that's the start of Act 7, though. Okay. Well, if you can find all the secret doors and keys. That fight is the hardest one in the game, though. I'm looking forward to it. Your Highness, if you left the palace alive, you must be the new King of Patax. As victor, you deserve a much more stately greeting, but I'm afraid we'll have to postpone the festivities. Your new subjects are in urgent need of your help. Professor Eobo, what are you doing here? It's dangerous for you here. I came because I was worried about you, but I'm not the one who's in danger right now. There are riots in the city. A crowd is gathered around the Academy of Grand Arts, and they're out for blood. I beg you, you must interfere before it's too late. Okay. Boop, doop, 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 doop. Let's do a quick save. What's the deal? Whoa, who's dead? Yo! A crowd of citizens armed with whatever they could find, bludgeons, daggers, torches, murmurs indignantly. They're listening to a student who stands above a young man lying in a puddle of blood. It takes a moment to realize that the wounded body is Alandi. An end to tyranny, an end to the humiliation and disgrace that despotic swindler Irovetti brought upon our city. You've all read Lindsay's book. You all know that rot, the rot that festers behind this facade. Lies, bullying, violence, and sycophancy. These are the arts Irovetti patronized. His favorite students are all murderers, like this scumbag. The girl delivers a swift kick to Alandi's body. Is this the kind of academy we need? Let the devils take it. Burn it all to the ground. Burn away the rot so we can begin anew. Stop! What are you doing? I didn't write the book to... Lindsay's words are drowned out by the joyful roar of the crowd. Look, it's Lindsay. She's here with us, our hero. Come, throw the first torch. Crazy. Techno Wrath Snake. I love the stolen land succession rules. What's going on? It's our new king. Hurrah! Hurrah for the liberator. They killed Alandi. I didn't want this. They're going to burn down the academy. All because of my book. Well, I thought they said they wounded Alandi, though. Maybe they should have. That Alandi was an asshole, and he got what he deserved. And you won. They're looking at you like their leader. You didn't even raise a sword for it. A quill was enough. What are you doing? Shame on you. Look at yourselves. You're like animals. This is how you act after I freed you from that tyrant? The crowd's enthusiasm dies out. After a bit of confused clattering, the rioters clear out. Oh, okay, I didn't have to do anything crazier to make them leave. Lindsay looks abashed, tears in her eyes. This is all my fault. This is all because of my book. This isn't what I wanted. So is there a better way for this to end? Did I screw this up? I wanted to punish Alandi, to tell the whole truth about him, but I didn't think he'd be killed. It may as well have been me who killed him. Professor Eobo was right. The quill is a deadly weapon, and I swung it like a toy. praising myself for my bravery and uncompromising attitude. I was so sure I was following a bard's calling, and I was ready to pay the price for that, but it never occurred to me that I might not end up being the one to pay it. Don't give up. You did the right thing. You're a bard. Your calling is to tell the truth. I'll tell you for someone else's deeds. He calls to tell the truth. Lindsay stares at the slain bard. I didn't want you dead. Honestly, I didn't. But if the truth of your deeds brought this fate on you, is that really my fault? Lindsay closes her eyes. No. No excuses. Your blood is on my hands and I will never forget this. But now that I know the power of my weapon, I won't lay it down. I'll tell the truth, even if it eventually kills me too. Lindsay looks away from the academy and Alonzi's corpse. I think I finally graduated today. I almost failed the final exam, but thanks to you, I endured. Thank you. Now let's go. There's nothing left for me here. Ah, that ends our quest. Nice. So is there anybody who still has a quest left? I think we finished everybody's quest, right? All right, and I think we're good. I think we can leave, right? Laura and Octavia. I didn't see an option to talk with Octavia. Is this you? Hello. Nope. Citizen still. Where's Octavia? Aha, here's Octavia. Nope, I can't talk to you. Okay, cool. So, time to go. You still have the twin. Oh, still have the twins. Good call. But you don't finish that one until Act 8. Oh, okay, interesting. Dun-dun-dun. Boom. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, let's head back.
Irovetti was dead, and good riddance. Our ruler added the crown of Pitax to the crown of the Stolen Lands. But behind the dead monarch loomed the shadow of a much more dangerous foe.
All right, now, is this automatically? Nope, it's not automatically my land, so I still gotta manually take it. So first, let's go ahead and, we'll travel here. So yeah, first we'll go through all that inventory. Curator needs your help, no problem. And can't do anything about this. Yeah, he's strengthening his skill. That's an opportunity. That's an opportunity. Oh, we got curses, but she can't deal with curses right now. 120 days. Holy crap. That's wild. It's very wild, in fact. 120 days? I'm not even sure if... Wow. Oh yeah, I gotta talk to Octavia. Okay, let's talk to Octavia when we get back. What up, Dapper? How are you, dude? I'm glad your voice is back for the most part. Yeah, man. I'm definitely doing better. Hope you're doing all right as well. Right, she's got permanent freedom of movement. That helps. That's helpful.
Don't you think?
No, not yet. All right, teleport. And we need to go to Holy Terror. Lovely. That's a long quest line. Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. Whole lot going on. Whole lot going on in this game for sure. All right, back from Irovetti. What's up, Silver? How are you, dude? Hope you're doing well, man. Okay.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Enter, and then let's go to the throne room. And let's see, will they let us talk to Octavia in the throne room? We'll see in a minute. Doo, doo, doo. Silver! Yo! I appreciate the 15 months of support, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Greetings, Your Highness. I want to inform you that our efforts to open schools has paid off immensely. The literacy level of your people is growing throughout the kingdom, and there's hardly any family whose children aren't learning to read, write, and count. Thus, I wanted to propose a next step to open a university in the capital. The influx of learned men and women from all around Avestan will surely be a boon for trade. Our scientists will require books, magic scrolls, alchemical reagents, and potions. Our kingdom's prestige will rise in the eyes of our neighbors. I believe this endeavor will bring nothing but good fortune to our lands. Although many rulers fear the free thinking that breeds in universities, it is well to remember that free thought is only ever a threat to tyrants. We cannot stop progress, so we must champion it. I ordered the Treasury to release the necessary funds for the foundation of the Crown's University. This is an investment in spirit itself. It will pay off much sooner than you think, and will continue to bear fruit long after we've all returned to dust. I wish you could pause projects and have your advisor work on something else or come back and switch advisors mid-project, but I guess that would trivialize kingdom management. Exactly. That would ruin the whole point to force you to make hard decisions. Octavia stands beneath the tree, looking once again at the fibula with Della Fiona's coat of arms. I think they meant for you to have this conversation outside. Well then, no more mysteries. I know who I am now. Octavia gently pins the fibula to her clothes. Hereditary Matrionis Della Fiorni. Beautiful words for someone called Hey You all her childhood, aren't they? Now, Your Highness, please address me solely as Your Excellency from now on. Octavia trying to maintain a solemn expression, but less than a few seconds pass before she breaks into laughter. Kidding, I'm kidding, of course. In all seriousness, I'm just glad to know my mother didn't betray me. This was all just a mistake, a terrible, idiotic mistake, but still fixable. Now I have a family, apart from my own insane team, of course. You, Reg, Lindsay, I wouldn't leave you for the world. Chaotic good. I'm glad you found it in your heart to forgive your mother. I didn't think I could really do it, but I'm glad I won't have to carry this hatred with me for the rest of my life. I let it go, just as I let Janusz go before, and I don't regret it. You're supposed to be outside when you overlook your kingdom. Makes sense. Well, Your Highness, what's next? You have the entirety of the Grand Della Fiorni family as your loyal vassals. Whatever you have planned, I'm with you till the end. Awesome.
In due time.
Let me first check this. Boom. If you decide to chase Janusz instead of freeing the slaves, she burns down her mother's mansion, which would have been insane. Very insane. So I'm glad we managed to avoid that. So we have Regent, Grand Diplomat, and Counselor. Definitely not the Counselor, so I guess the Regent. Okay. And who's doing this? The Regent would be doing this. Oh, wait, we got Grand Diplomat as well. That's you? No, Grand Diplomat is Relations. Still good. Okay, so yeah, you can go ahead and do this. 45% chance only, but I don't care. All right. Now, let's go through all of this wonderful new inventory that we've gotten. What is this? A short sword. None of us use short swords. Heavy mace, but it's an unholy heavy mace, so probably, can it be used? Yeah, it can be used by my Crusader, actually. This unholy heavy mace grants his wielder fire immunity and +5 bonus on persuasion skill checks on successful hit, fortitude check, or become nauseated. He uses what? He uses warhammers, not maces. So this is cool, but no, we're gonna sell it. Rapier, none of us use the rapier. +5 viscous, Deals 2 damage to a random ability on hit. It can't reduce any ability score below 7, but still pretty cool. Nice. Okay. Corrosive short sword, no. Nobody uses a dagger. None of us use rapier again. What is this, an earthbreaker? No. This is a kukri. How you feel about this? This is a +2 flaming kukri. Nope, that's not gonna cut it. How far along in the story are we? I am now in Act 7, I believe. Have we reached the insane difficulty spike yet? I don't know. I think there's multiple difficulty spikes, and I've already been through some of them, but I'm sure there's more to come. This +5 holy glaive deals an additional 2d6 sonic damage. It also grants its wielder the ability to cast heroic invocation once per day. Damn. I almost want to make my golem capable of using glaives so he could use this. I'm gonna put this in my trunk. I might still do that. If I end up respecing him again, you know, in fact, let's compare. Which is better? Yeah, he's got this +3 full char. Oh, it's got that higher critical hit multiplier. But oh, you know what? I need to respec him anyway to stack that critical hit multiplier with a feat, because right now it's still set to his natural attacks. But this glaive, wait, why does the glaive have a ×3 critical hit multiplier though? Shouldn't that be ×2? It deals an extra 2d6 points of damage against all creatures of evil alignment. Yo, we're in the act where most of the enemies I'm going up against have evil alignment. This is actually kind of crazy. Creates a hardly hearable noise when it strikes the target, dealing extra 2d6 points of sonic. Yo, this is probably insane right about now. I might have to do a respec. Yeah, that glaive was great on my shelling character, I'm sure. Glaives are ×3 base? I don't remember that being the case in Wrath. Wow. There's only one really hard fight left. The difficulty gets easier the later you get into the game, outside of a couple of fights. Yeah. Pumpkin Panda, that's right. The Serpent Prince is better for his personal damage. The glaive is better for the party? Why you say the glaive is better for the party? The fact that this thing is holy makes me feel like it's probably freaking insane, and it has reach. Wild Hunt are new. Most enemies you'll be faced for the rest of the game are neutral. Oh, got you. I was thinking they'd be evil, but no. So they're what? They're chaotic neutral. Ah, that changes it. Still a freaking nice weapon though, but not quite as crazy as what I was thinking. All right. Ooh, how does what's his name feel about this? I'm gonna still put it in stores though. It doesn't feel right to sell it. I probably will go ahead and sell it actually. It's a good glaive, yeah, for sure. Glaives only crit on a natural 20, so they're allowed to get a bigger crit. Got you. There are a few evil enemies, but LK himself is neutral. Wow, that's interesting. What good aligned thing has LK done? To me, he should clearly be chaotic evil. What's up, Flad? I wouldn't say completely back on my feet, but I'm definitely getting there. Heroic invocation is awesome, though. That's true. That's true. Last ball, so Tanena's breaths, depths is evil. The lit you fight is evil. That's true. That's true. Size? Good question. I don't remember what they are. I'll check in 1 second. This +5 cookery deals additional 2 damage to helpless targets. That's cool, but I don't think it's better than what I already have, so I'm gonna chill on that. Did I get any here? Let's see. What's her name isn't among us anymore. The undead chick. I would have looked at her side and tells you what was his crit parameter. This roll grants us where +3 dodge bonus to AC, +3 bonus to unarmed attack and damage, but it's got to be lawful neutral. Nope. Yeah, we dealt with a lot of alchemists and killed every single one of them. What are you? Dark Master's Robe. This robe grants its wearer a +8 enhancement bonus to intelligence and charisma, a +5 bonus on all concentration checks, and a +10 competence bonus to knowledge arcana skill checks. That is freaking insane. Okay. So, how do you feel about that? You're getting a +6 enhancement bonus to intelligence. And yeah, this is better. Even though Dark Master doesn't necessarily really fit you, but it's okay. And you're only getting a +6 bonus, in fact. Ain't that about nothing? And +2 resistance bonus to saving throws. But, man, that crown doesn't max me out, huh? That's interesting. Bonus to intel, +4 AC. Yeah, the rest of that I'm not really concerned with. What is this? Full plate, heavy armor +4. How does Valerie feel about this? So either crazy, they deal ×4 on hit. Oh, wow, that's crazy. That's awesome. I always wanted to do a Titan Fighter build where I dual wielded 2 sides, but I never got that together. LK is chaotic neutral because even though he's cruel, it's not as if Narissa didn't deserve to be punished. And in his mind, it's all one joke. Octavia doesn't need that because the neck you just got from her quest. I will check on that. So you have that, and now that other one is just 11. So what's the deal with this? This is also just 11 +2. What is this? Robe of Eyes. +10 armor enhancement bonus to perception. That's interesting. And the effects of the uncanny dodge feat. It also inflicts a -4 penalty to saving throws against gaze attacks and blindness. I'm going to let that go. The wearer of this robe gains immunity to critical hits, but suffers a -6 penalty of constitution. Yeah, I'm straight on that. Medium armor. This is a +5 breastplate made of singing steel. This lustrous golden metal emits beautiful bell-like tones when struck. An alloy of gold and mithril. What does it all mean? Is treated as one category lighter. The wielder of the wearer can strike the singing steel as part of beginning a bardic performance. The wielder can normally start a bardic performance as a standard action. You can do it as a move action instead. If you could do it as a move action, you do so as a swift action. If you can start it as a swift action, you can do it as a free action. Okay, so that means Lindsay, you're up. And yes, you can wear it. And hey, it looks pretty decent on you. I'll take it. Tall Wind's armor. +4 grants wear protection from critical hits and sneak attacks. Interesting. Whenever such attack would be scored, with a 50% chance, it is negated and the attack only deals normal damage. What he has now gives him more protection, but not much, and he doesn't get much from AC anyway, so who cares? That breastplate is really good for Eldritch Knight Magus builds because it's mithril, good for arcane casters. That fight in melee, yeah, if I was using Ragongar more, that might be something to consider. +6 is the most they normally you get buffed by. +8 is a 100% Alcan invention. Interesting. Lantern King is a Fae. All Fae are by default chaotic neutral and then shift out from there based on their nature. For instance, Dryads are often chaotic good and Red Caps are usually chaotic evil. Okay. Harris the most frustrated companion, so hard to make him an effective melee option. Apparently he's been great for CJ's run, but yeah, didn't do all that much for me. This ring grants wear a +4 deflection bonus to AC. And immunity to confusion and fear. Only lawful characters can equip it. I kind of like that. And we have rings that are redundant, right? Yep. And +3 bonus to saving throws, I guess. Okay, but that's just deflection. So yeah, we'll take that. Thank you. And what is this? +5. Ho ho ho. Well, 1 plus 2 deflection. Oh, this is giving you some spell resistance. But I feel like I've been putting spell resistance on you anyway, so we probably don't need that anymore. Plus 1 luck bonus on all saving throws. Technically we should be able plus 2 resistance bonus on all saving throws. Oh, you know, I'm putting Shield of Faith on you anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Shield of Faith trumps all of that, so I'm not really worried about it. Yeah, we'll let that go. Strength 4, we know we don't need that. Don't need that. What's this? This spell makes the first and second level spells cast by its wearer empowered and extended. I don't think that really helps at this point. What does our necklace do? Whenever the wearer of this amulet casts a spell with fire, electricity, cold, or acid, that can't be the amulet you're referring to. Is this it? No. What is this? River Song, River Fox, Memento. I don't know what amulet for. Oh, here we go. The Delafiorni Crest. This amulet gives us wearer a +6 enhancement bonus to charisma and intelligence and a +5 resistance bonus to all saving throws. That's actually kind of nice, but it's still not better than the +8 bonus that she's getting from here, even though the +5 to saving throws is kind of nice. And it feels wrong for her not to wear her crest. So I would still put the crest on her. But I don't think I would take... Yeah, I wouldn't take this robe off either, though. Class on the feat attributes to be a frontline tank, unless you're going for a Crusader. Let's go 20 cleric, give him a reach weapon. Yeah. They can be effective DPS, particularly with the spell list. Physical flow, strength, and dexterity. What do you have right now? You take just a +6 to dexterity. That's cool, but do you have something that... Oh, it's just because he's fatigued. That's why it doesn't get more. I think it'll be better here. Dexterity and Constitution. What's this? There we go. Physical perfection. Strength, dexterity, and Constitution. That's beautiful for you. There we go. Wow, you're actually going to be even more of a beast. That's insane. Absolutely insane. I'm going to let you give the +8 to someone else to give her another piece of armor that helps her. That's true, but there's nobody else that would want it on more. I mean, well, what is this armor doing for? Those +1 gives wear a +2 bonus on attack rolls with bombs and similar weapons. Is that +2 really helping him at this late stage? You could make a case that the +8 would help him a little bit more. Maybe. We'll see. When I'm going to take, when I duel him as a dwarven defender, it never works. Crusaders can't tank in Kingmaker. Angel Crusader can absolutely tank in Wrath of the Righteous. What are you using your belt for? 4 additional bombs? Yeah, I'm not letting go of that. These groups plan is where a +10 bonus to speed and a +4 enhanced bonus to natural armor. What are you using for speed? Magic horse again boost. So you're already wearing that. What are you wearing? Does not stack with any other bonuses. That's fine. Here, and then even boost you up a little bit. And then third one is not available for anything. You're already wearing speed boots. Okay, that's cool. How about you? What boots are you wearing? +5 competence bonus on all skill checks. Oh, and gives a greater invisibility. Sure, that's fine. And then you wouldn't get anything from boots anyway, so no reason to give it to you. You all are the last holdouts, so we'll give that to you. +5 competence bonus to knowledge arcana and a +5 bonus to concentration checks. Do you don't have an empty glove spot? Oh, you're already using those gloves. Okay. You can take these for the concentration checks. Why not? Circle of Faith, we can keep that around. Charisma +6. How are you doing on charisma? You're good, right? Nope, you need more. Mental perfection, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Okay. You are already good on that, right? You're already getting a +6 in enhancement bonus on wisdom, which is what you need. How are you doing? You've got mental perfection +4, so you'll put +6 on there. Oh, I almost forgot about you, damn. Oh, that's right, but I'm thinking about giving you something for your armor. Valerie Dula is a bard work for you? She can't be a wizard, cleric, or a druid. She doesn't have intelligence or wisdom. Harem has 60+ AC for you? Crazy. Cray. How are you doing? Okay, you got strength and dexterity, which actually makes sense. You can make a case I should have given you the physical flow, but nah, I can die. You was so amazing. I'm not gonna let it go. You +2 luck bonus on all saving throws. That's interesting. Yeah, which is doing the same thing, so I wouldn't want to let that go. Intelligence. I think, okay, yeah, it's this +4 across the board. You have, what does this do for you again? +5 perception. When you use the deadly aim, which it does, it provides an additional +2 bonus on attack rolls. Yeah, I'm not letting that go for sure. Oh, you still only got +4 charisma. That's interesting. I'll give you these because I don't remember if I have to do anything else with you. This is +5 natural armor. There you go, take that. +6 enhancement bonus to Constitution. Oh, actually, this does help you. You like a bonus to Constitution, so we'll give you that. And have Harm do something like, and he'll be tanky. I usually do Lindsay Bard into Eldritch Knight. I have never played with an Eldritch Knight before. Ever. I have to give that a whirl one day. All the wearers spells from enchantment and illusion schools have their DCs increased by 2. Ooh. Yeah, sure. You like enchantment. What are you wearing right now, though? Grants the ability to cast Overwhelming Presence. Yep, it also increases your key pool. Overwhelming Presence is nice, but having higher DCs is better. So we'll give her that. +5 competence bonus on all mobility and trickery. How do you like this? Your necklace currently gives you +10 bonus to movement speed. Slow and haste spells cast by the wearer have their duration increased by half as if affected by an extended spell feat. That doesn't really help him because he's not the one usually casting haste. +5 competence bonus on all mobility and trickery checks and deals an additional 1d6 damage to all flanked opponents, denying their opponent's dexterity bonuses per sneak attack. This damage is increased by an additional 3d6 against targets that aren't in combat. What was I going to... Oh, so do you get a competence bonus from something else? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, here we go. +5 competence bonus on trickery checks and the ability to cast Expeditious Retreat. Oh, but we've got much better cloaks available now, so I could put this on. Tristan as an Ecclesiastic Theurge into Imperial Sorcerer into Mystic Theurge. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Harem in this mod is so much better than base harem. Why do you like it more, Mayo? Okay, we will go ahead and switch that out, and then we could give you a cloak of resistance. Cool. And then braces of armor 8. Beautiful. That helps you out, right? Immensely, actually. And what is this? The Binding of the Prince. 3 times per day, the wearer may throw this amulet at an enemy. If the target fails a DC, becomes ensnared. If the snare takes a penalty, additionally, each time the wearer takes damage, the chain inflicts half as much damage on the ensnared creature. Yeah, I don't like that DC. I'm straight on that. Most enemies are gonna chew right through that with no problem. So we'll let that go. And then we could throw out a wyvern when we want to, and we have the ability to quicken when we want to. Oh, they let me keep Blakemoor's grimoire. That's interesting. Okay, so I could throw out a swarm whenever I want to. Cool. And I have a briar. Let's make sure not to sell the briar. All right, now one last thing. You're already getting this +6. We could put this +8 on you. And then you no longer have to worry about this +4. It's going to be a nice boost for your bombs. So what do we want? No, not you. -6 penalty to Constitution sounds terrible. What were you wearing before? Certainly wasn't this. Oh, here, hold on. It's not in the right order. Is that the problem? What were you wearing before? +10. It also inflicts a -4 penalty to save it throws against gaze attacks and blindness. That sounds terrible. And -6 penalty sounds terrible. What did I have you wearing before? Doom, doom, doom. It had to be robes of some type. And yet, I'm not seeing anything. Great. All right. Well, or did I give it to somebody else back here? No, because nobody else just uses robes in that same fashion, right? What are you wearing right now? +4 and +2 spell penetration. That sounds pretty cool. All right, and you, yeah, maximized. Okay, fine. The grimoire appears on Irovetti if you delivered it. Oh, that's interesting, Fami. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I literally just finished Pathx in the stream. Currently in Mordecai's tomb and very much enjoying Harem as a holy vindicator with deadly juggernaut. Nice. That does sound like a good time. If you're doing that with him, no one he feels weak. I play hard, unfair, and use Harem in every run. +10 armor enhancement bonus with to perception. How is her perception anyway? Oh, so she does increase perception. Actually, that's not crazy for her. Like most people aren't using gaze or blindness. So yeah, I'm gonna take that chance. Sure, give it to her. And then I could give this to you. Oh, is this is what she was using? Okay, it shows up over here. That's weird. Dark Master makes more sense for him anyway. It even looks right on him. Beautiful. Okay, now this is what she was wearing. So +6 enhancement bonus to intelligence, +4 enhancement bonus to wisdom. Neither one of those matter, right? Actually, well, she could get the additional wisdom would increase her saving throws, right? So let's see. +4 armor bonus AC, irrelevant. So instead, she could get +10 enhancement bonus to perception. I actually like that. Yeah, 30 perception. I like that quite a bit. Perception has been a problem, so we'll take it. Okay, Belt of Perfect Components. Feels like something I should use, but no. Oh, okay, so we're wearing a greater Belt of Perfect Components right now, and there's nobody else who would make use of that outside of her, so we can let that go. What is this? Constant effects of the Death Ward spell. No, we're good. All right, I think we sell the rest of this. Beautiful. If you give yourself blind fight on Octavia, which you should because you're ray casted with her, the penalties to that don't matter. Why does it matter whether or not I'm casting with rays if I'm using blind fight? What the heck is that tall thing? So we don't. That is my Eidolon. Very, very happy with him. All right, yeah, we're letting go of that, letting go of that. You're done, you're done, you're done, you're done, you're done. Is this that glaive? This is that glaive. Ah, you look so amazing, but no, we're gonna let you go. I know I'm never gonna get around to using you. Oh, I somehow missed looking at this bastard sword. So we'll come back around and look at that in a bit. Damn, this is actually gonna be quite a bit of money. I can finally start fully fleshing out my kingdom. I'm actually kind of happy about that. This is good stuff indeed. Permanent, yeah, sell all that. What's this? Charlotte's locket. I missed this as well. This locket makes all 0-level arcane spells cast by the wearer become empowered, extended, reach, and maximized. Holy crap. So basically it'll make your cantrips incredible. Huh. Let me keep that around. Plus 10 bonus to movement, slow and haste. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have anyone. We'll use that. No one for that. No for that, and we'll let that go. Oh, you know what? There are probably other people who could use these capes. The +4 capes. So yeah, we'll keep that. Let that go. Let that go. And then, bam. It's really easy to miss. The artifact frag makes Southwest's door have me running in circles. Please. You sure you're good to be back from rest? Your voice sounds like it's been through the ringer. I'm feeling better, but yeah, I'm still trying to get there, Dweedle. I'm not 100% yet by any means. Because ray attacks require touch AC attacks to hit. So blind fight, giving you immunity to gaze, makes a penalty to gaze attacks irrelevant. Blind fight will help you punch through concealment, which is why you should take on any character requiring attack rolls in Kingmaker. I see what you're saying. Just keep taking care of yourself, bro. Yep. That's definitely the plan, man. That's definitely the plan. I am not going to be overdoing it at all. At all. Okay, yep. You can benefit from this. Come on. Thank you. You could benefit from that. And what about you? How do you feel about this? Okay, you were already getting a +4 resistance bonus. Good for you. You were not. And you know what? You weren't either. In fact, you were only getting a +2. So let's sell that. And then were you only getting a +2? No, you were getting a +3 the way it would be expected. Yeah, I'm not taking off that cloak for any reason. You're getting a +3, right? Okay. And we already confirmed. Your cloak is amazing. Your cloak was as well. There we go. All +3. And now, sell that. Sell that. Deal. Beautiful. I do have the echolocation on Octavia, true, which is the reason why I hadn't been taking blind attack, but I do see the point about the immunity to gaze attacks. Oh, let me yeah, I don't feel comfortable selling either one of those, but what is this again? Lover's arrows. Frost arrows deal 2d6 cold damage. Using this quick grants chances to dominate the target for 1d6 rounds. Huh. Well, here, let me put this there. Man, there's another option. And what's this? Unholy arrows. 2d8 unholy damage. Using this quiver grants chances to weaken. I mean, sure, whatever. Ekadayu doesn't really care. He'll do whatever. And use unholy tools for a holy cause. All right, now let's compare. This is a +4 Beguiling, impervious, unyielding, venomous, cold iron. That's a whole lot going on. The wielder gets +4. Ooh, +4 bonus to persuasion skill checks. You get damage resistance, which if we were an invulnerable barbarian would still matter. Wielder's weapon gets a +8 bonus on saving throws against mind affecting effects. Wow. Creatures hit by the conda must succeed at DC 17. Everyone's going to succeed at that. This iron mine for effectiveness against demons and fey creatures. Huh. Especially great against fey. I like that too. And the one that we have right now, what does it do again? It's oversized. Exceptionally large, it deals bonus damage. Attacks get +4. When the wielder is raging, the weapon's enhancement bonus is +2, better than normal. Ooh, I like that too, though. So yeah, this does, the other one does more damage, and it's literally called Amir's Triumph, so I just can't let it go. But wait a minute, KOTOR 3 shadow drops. You don't need the blind fight until the wild hunt starts showing up, which is at the end of this act with the bald hilltop fight. Echolocation, true seeing can substitute it to the 15 to 17 range. Isn't bad. Interesting. Okay. Well, I won't be able to get it on this level, but on the next level we can look at making sure we have that. Now, Highborn is taken care of. We got 100-some odd days for that. So first thing we should be doing is leveling up and then getting attacks. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and cut it here. I will try, if I can, to go ahead and do all the level ups I need to take care of because there's a lot of them. Because I got to do both my party and all my advisors. And then I'll assign the spells as well and rest. And then it'll be time for us to get into kingdom management, because I believe I should have enough money where hopefully we can build out a great deal of all of the kingdom stuff that I have. Very, very exciting. And then we can do rank ups until it's time for the next act. So definitely very, very exciting stuff moving forward in Kingmaker. I'm very, very happy to finally be back to streaming again. I have a meeting that I have to run late tomorrow, so I do plan to stream tomorrow, but I'm probably going to be starting late. Like I'll probably start around like 10:30, something like that. But I want to jump on for at least an hour or two tomorrow, and then Tuesday I should be back at my regular time, and we should be able to continue to progress. My hope is that within the next week to 2 weeks, we'll finally be finished with Kingmaker and we can move on to other games. Anyway, I hope all of you enjoyed this stream, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Night, Quintek. Yep, thanks, Toxic. Good to be back, man. Yeah, I definitely going to take care of myself. Appreciate it, man. Feel better. Good night. Good adventure. Yep, you too, man. You finish up now? Yeah, someone else mentioned Arcanum as well, Dweedle. Definitely a game I plan to circle back to. Night, Fami. Night, Sarabande. Take care, Dapper. Night, CJ. Take care, Justinia. You all have a good night. Can I raid out to Kilgore Trout? Oh, sorry. I wish you had told me that earlier, Dweedle. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. You said Kilgore _ Trout. Apparently he's playing Arcanum, by all means. Let's see if it'll let it go through. There you are. Yep, I'll check out his channel for sure, Dweedle. Okay, should be quick since there's no kingdom management. I can't say that being more than 2 or 3 streams. Awesome. Awesome. All right. You all have a good one. Appreciate you all coming through.